So welcome back everyone, this is Mayank and now we are going to discuss about arbitrage with the forward contract. In this lecture we are going to discuss a lot about the speculation, arbitrage and hedging. So we'll start with the arbitrage part, and you can see that from question number 20 to question number 25 we will be totally looking at the arbitrage concept, and after that we will start with the hedging concept, which will cover lots of questions. So these reducing portfolio beta and all that are also covered in the hedging part itself. So till question number 49, 44, I think we will be discussing mostly about the hedging part. Okay, so let's first come to the arbitrage. The concept of arbitrage is very simple, sir, and the action or the steps that has to be taken in order to find out the arbitrage opportunity is different in every chapter. So it was different in the security valuation, it was different in the portfolio management, it is different in the derivatives chapter, and it will be different in the interest rate risk management and the forex chapter as well. So arbitrage is a concept, is a common concept which comes in most of the major chapters. Now understand the meaning of arbitrage first, then we'll go for the derivatives and all that thing. The simple meaning of the arbitrage for the entire syllabus or for the entire world is that buying an item at a lesser price in one market and selling it in the another market. So practically speaking, first of all, we will find out the arbitrage opportunity. And arbitrage opportunity will be there if a particular product like this is available at a lesser price in one market and at a higher price in another market. So if there is a price mismatch for the same asset, in two different markets, then we will take the opportunity and we will make sure that without any risk we can gain a little profit. So what I'm going to do, if I'm going to buy this product at a cheaper market, let's say for example I buy it in Delhi at rupees 20 and then I sell it in Mumbai at rupees 80, because it is people are buying at 80 rupees this item because they don't know it is available in Delhi at 20 rupees. So I can take the benefit of 60 rupees, and this will be called as arbitrage, because the same item was available at a lesser price in one market and at a higher price in another market. So there was a price mismatch. When the actual market price of a particular item, let's say this is the actual market price in Mumbai, if I go, and the actual market price of this product is 100 rupees. So people are buying this product at 100 rupees, right? And what I'm going to do in Mumbai, I'm going to compare this actual market price of 100 with the theoretical market price. First of all, compare the actual market price with theoretical market price. Now the question is, sir, how do we get the theoretical market price of this item? It's very simple. Find out the same item in some other market. I went to Delhi and I found that this item is available in Delhi at 20 rupees. So the theoretical market price of this 100 rupees of the product in Mumbai, the theoretical market price of this product in Mumbai is 20 rupees, because the same is available in some other market at 20 rupees, right, in Delhi. So this becomes the theoretical market price. Now I will have to decide whether the actual market price is higher or lesser, and then I will find out whether I should sell this product or buy this product. I can clearly say that the actual market price is higher, 100 rupees in Mumbai, and the theoretical market price is 20. So what I'm going to do, I will sell this product in Mumbai, where I'm comparing the prices, and where I'm going to buy it, I'm going to buy it from Delhi. Okay, so the same happens with the forward contract as well. What happens in the forward contract is we decide to buy or sell the share in future date. So what you need to do is find out the forward price in the forward market. Let's say 100 rupees. A contract on XYZ share in the derivative market is available at 100 rupees. Okay. So basically that contract says that you can have the share after 3 months. Now you do one thing. This is a derivative market like Mumbai. You do one thing. You go to the spot market, means Delhi, and you find out that if you want to own the share in the spot market after 3 months, what will be the price or the cash outflow? And when you do the calculation, it comes out that the cash outflow in the spot market for achieving the same purpose of the derivative market is after 3 months is like 70 rupees only. So if I can have the same position in the spot market at 70 rupees, why I will pay 100 rupees in the derivatives market? So 70 rupees of the spot market price for the same purpose becomes the theoretical market price for the derivatives market, and then I will decide whether I will have to buy or sell the shares. Okay. Let me just give you an example once again, and we'll start with the questions later on. I told you one thing that you go to Mumbai. This is Mumbai, and the stand is available. The mobile stand that I just showed you is available at 100, and in Delhi it is available at 20. So this is the actual market price of this stand. When you are in Mumbai, this is the actual market price. So what will be the theoretical market price for this stand? Theoretical market price for this stand in Mumbai will be the price of the same asset in some other market. So this will become the theoretical market price 20. The actual market price of Delhi becomes the theoretical market price for Mumbai. Now what is going to happen? Actual market price is greater than theoretical market price. Obviously you are not going to pay 100 rupees for an item which is worth 20 only. It is better to buy it from Delhi. Okay. So what are you going to do? You will say that the stand is overvalued in this market, and it's better to sell the stand. Sell the stand means in Mumbai, wherever you are doing the transaction. So in Mumbai you will be selling the stands, and you can have a profit of 80 rupees. How to sell the stands in Mumbai? It's very simple, sir. For every buy transaction there has to be a sell transaction as well. So at time 0, what are you going to do? At time 0, what are you going to do? It's very simple, sir. Go to Delhi and borrow. First of all, do not put your own money. Borrow money from the bank. So if you borrow money from the bank, you will need a rate of interest. Let's say, for example, the rate of interest is 12% per annum. Okay. So you first of all borrow money 20. Then you buy the stand in Delhi. Okay. So you bought the stand in Delhi. Now what you can do is you can bring that stand to Mumbai, and you can sell it in the Mumbai today as well, like today also. Or else, if we look from our derivatives chapter, if you want to sell this stand in Mumbai after 1 year, let's say. So what we can do is after 1 year, we can sell the stand in Mumbai. So we will get 100 rupees. But after 1 year, we will have to make the repayment of the borrowings. That will be 20 plus 12%. 20 into 1.12. So that's 24 rupees only. And that's outflow. Understand, this is outflow. And you will have a profit. This will be called as arbitrage gain. Of 76 rupees. So this is how the transactions happen in the arbitrage. First of all, understand the logic. First of all, a particular asset, you find the actual market price of the asset in a particular market, and then you find the theoretical market price of the same asset from some other market, and you come to know that whether actual market price is greater than theoretical market price. If it is greater, then that means stand is overvalued. If the stand is overvalued, what are you going to do in this market? You are going to sell the stand. And if you are going to sell the stand in this market, that means you are going to buy the stand from the other market. That's when you are going to gain. See, profit or loss is arrived after completing the transaction. For every sell there has to be a buy, and for every buy there has to be a sell transaction. Okay, so with this particular statement, we got to know that we have to sell the stand in Mumbai, and before that we will have to buy the stand in Delhi, and before buying the stand we will have to borrow this money from the bank. So you go to the bank, borrow money, buy the stand with that money, and then come back to Mumbai. You can sell it in the Mumbai Today, if you want to do the transaction today, if you want to do it after a year, that's fine. You can sell it in Mumbai after a year also. So what will happen? Sell stand in Mumbai, 100 rupees you will receive, repayment of the borrowings that you have taken, and there is no liability in this case. So arbitrage gain is 76 rupees and every position is closed. You sold the stand here, you bought the stand here, you made the repayment also in this case. So 76 rupees is your profit. Now compare this entire example with the forward market. Now understand that this is derivatives market. This is the spot market. This is the stock or index or commodity. Rice, bajra, jawar, gold, silver or currency. It can be anything but asset. Let's say for the sake of understanding, it's stock. So in the derivative market, if the stock is available, that means this is the forward or futures actual market price. So after 1 year, I can buy the stock at 100 rupees in the futures contract. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to calculate the theoretical price of this stock that we have learned in the previous questions. Theoretical price of the stock futures, which will be dependent on the spot price. So I'm going to go in the spot market. I will see that if I borrow the stock today, if I buy the stock today and keep it for 1 year, I will have to borrow money and I will have to pay the interest on that. So first I will borrow the money, I will buy the stock, and it comes to 20 rupees. So after 1 year, if I do the transaction today in the spot market, after 1 year, I can have the stock in this market. Okay. And I will be paying interest plus principal, that is 24 rupees. So theoretically speaking, 24 should be in this case, 24 should be the theoretical market price. And the actual market price of the forward is 100. So what are we going to say? Actual market price of the forward is greater than theoretical market price. The forward is overvalued. Understand, the stock futures is overvalued. Sell the futures. What are we going to say here? Futures is overvalued. Sell futures. And if we are going to sell futures, there is no cash outflow or inflow in this case. So what are we going to do? We will sell futures. That's just a transaction today. So no cash outflow or inflow on that date. Okay. Now see, understand. If we sell futures, that means we are promising to sell the stock after 1 year. And in that case, we will have to buy the stock today from the spot market. See, spot market. In place of Delhi, you are going to say, and in place of stand, you are going to say stock. So buy the stock today. See, if it comes to a sell position in the derivative market, that means it's a buy position or a long position in the spot market. If the long position is there in the derivatives market, then take a sell position in the spot market. So this has to be worked out like this. Opposite position in the opposite market, second market. So I will buy the stock, and in order to buy the stock, I need to borrow money, right? So first borrow money, buy the stock and sell the futures. Zero outflow and inflow. After 1 year, what is going to happen? You will make the repayment of this borrowing. You will sell the stock in the spot market itself. You will sell the stock in the spot market itself and you will settle the futures. Understand, this stock that you purchased in the spot market cannot be sold in the derivatives market. Derivatives market is all cash settlement. So whatever will be the price on that date, you will have to settle the stock. You will have to settle the stock in Delhi itself. Delhi means the spot market itself. And at expiry, what is going to happen? Whatever will be the spot price. See, I will just show you with a new example. I hope you will clearly understand that in that case. This is futures market. This is spot market. Okay. Let's say Reliance Industries Limited is the asset. In futures market today at time 0, the futures is available at 100 rupees, and in the spot market it is available at, let's say, 70 rupees. Okay. The rate of interest if you borrow money is 12% per annum, or we can say, for the sake of easy calculation, 10% per annum. Okay. So this is going to be actual market price, and what are you going to do? You are going to calculate the theoretical market price of futures. Okay. So let's do that first. Futures theoretical price is nothing but spot in bracket 1 plus R. If there is a dividend, you are going to deduct it. Okay. And for 1 year, if this entire transaction is for 1 year, then entire 10% will be applicable. So 77 rupees becomes the theoretical price of the futures. So 77 becomes the theoretical price of the futures. Okay, I will just remove it from here. And I will write down like this. Actual market price is 100, which is greater than theoretical market price 77. And for what purpose? Of futures. This is for futures. So that means futures are overvalued. Okay. If the futures are overvalued, what are we going to do? Futures sell futures. Arbitrage opportunity does not exist if both the prices are same, actual market price and theoretical market price. And if it is not same, then arbitrage opportunity is possible. Futures are overvalued, sell futures for arbitrage gain. Okay. So now you have decided to sell the futures. Understand? Go back to this part. And you have decided to sell the future. That means you will take a short position in futures. So what do you think, what exactly you need to do more now? That means you are promising to sell the stock of Reliance Industries Limited in the derivatives market after 1 year. In order to sell the stock, you will have to buy the stock in the spot market or take the opposite position in the spot market. You are taking a short position here, take the opposite position in this market. So you go long on this. And in order to buy, long means buy, the stock in the spot market, you need to borrow money. So first of all, go and borrow money. So these are the 3 transactions at 0 point of time. The first transaction is borrow money. The second transaction is buy the stock with that money. So the net outflow will be 0. And the third transaction is sell futures. After 1 year, what is going to happen? I will just show you here. So let's start the arbitrage transaction at time 0. You can see that the first thing is we will borrow money. How much? 70 rupees. Then you will buy stock in the spot market for 70. The net outflow is 0 and also sell futures. No outflow, inflow. So the net outflow is 0 itself. And you have opened 3 different position in 3 different places. Okay. After 1 year, you have to settle all the position. If you have borrowed money, you will be repaying it. Repayment. How much? With 10% interest, that's 77 rupees. If you have bought the stock, now understand. In order to close all the 3 position, you will be doing it in the same market itself. So you will have to make the repayment of borrowing, that will be 77 rupees. Am I right? This will be repayment of borrowing. And after that, you are going to sell the stock that you have bought in the spot market. If you have purchased a share in the spot market, sell it in the spot market itself. You cannot sell it in the futures market. Futures is or cash settled marketplace. What you do in this market is you do not buy or sell the asset. You buy or sell the agreement on the asset. So you cannot sell the asset purchased in the spot market from the spot market to the futures market. So what is going to happen? Sir, I'm going to sell the stock and you can take any price. We are going to take 2 different prices, more than 70 and less than 70, or more than 100 and less than 100. See, first price that I'm going to consider is, let's say, 103 rupees. What will happen? You will sell the stock at this price. You are going to short it. Why short it? Because you had a long position in the spot market. In order to close the position in the spot market, you will take a opposite position in the spot market. So you will be closing it. You will receive 103 rupees. Am I right? Okay. After that, you will also close the position in the futures market. You have taken a short position in the futures market, you will go long in the futures market. You will go long in the futures market, but the question is, what will be the price here? What will be the futures price? It's very simple, sir. I taught you this thing. At expiry, the spot and the futures price will merge together. So the futures price at expiry will also be 103. So you are not going to receive or pay 103. You are going to just get the amount settled, and which is your loss. See, you sold at 100, you are buying back at 103. That means there is a loss of 3 rupees. Now see the entire transaction. Paid 77, paid 3 rupees and received 103. Have a look. If the spot price is 103 and let's say the second spot price is 60, we'll talk about it later. So repayment will be 77. Repayment has nothing to do with the price of the stock in the spot market. You have purchased the stock, you will be selling the stock. Sell stock. How much amount you will receive? The market price, which is 103. Now you will settle the futures. So you have sold the futures first. So you will go long on the futures, and that will be the end of your futures contract. Futures will also be trading at 103 because at expiry the stock price and the futures price are same. So you sold at how much? 100, and you will be buying it back at 103. That means the net cash settlement will be minus 3 rupees in the futures. So this is what the cash flow that will happen in every market to you. Let's find out the net amount. 103 minus 80 rupees. That's 23 rupees of the profit. 23 rupees of the profit. Let's do that again in if the spot market price is 60. If the spot market price is 60, 77 will be the repayment. Repayment has nothing to do with the spot market prices. You will sell the stock at 60 rupees and you will receive 60 rupees, right? Am I right? Again, what is going to happen now is you are going to settle the futures. The futures price on expiry is 60 rupees. So you are buying at 60, you sold at 100. So you will be getting 40 rupees as a repayment, as a settlement for the futures. See, you sold the futures at 100 and you are buying it back at 60 now. So 40 will be the profit. If you do the total, it will again come to 23. So 23 is the fixed profit no matter what the market price is at expiry. And that was fixed in the beginning itself. I will show you. That was fixed in the beginning itself. See. Yeah, here. Actual market price was 100 for the futures and the theoretical market price was 77. The gap is 23 rupees. So in the beginning itself, we knew that whatever will be the market price of the spot market, then 23 still will be the profit to us. That is called as having a confirmed profit without taking any risk. Confirmed profit means there is no risk. 23. So this is how the things are going to work in the arbitrage. It is going to take some time for you to understand, but you are going to love it. Now let's come to the question and have some faith that by doing the questions you will be understanding the concept even more. So question number 20 is there in front of us. The first question, have a look. The following data relate to the Anand Limited share price. Current price of the share is 1800. You need to keep open your imagination. Like you need to imagine two markets, spot market and the derivatives market. So spot price is 1800 and the 6 months futures price is 1950. This is actual market price. Assuming it is possible to borrow money in the market for transaction in securities at 12% per annum, you are required to calculate the theoretical minimum price of a 6 months forward purchase contract. Can we do that? We have seen that in the first 10 questions. So you don't worry about it. F is equal to S in bracket 1 plus R. And that is nothing but 1800 in bracket 1 plus 0.06. Why 0.06? Because this is a 6 months futures contract and we can borrow at 12% per annum. So for 6 months, 6%. So theoretical price becomes 1800 plus 6%. what happens is that students do not try to understand what exactly is this 1908 rupees. And I'm telling you one thing, please focus on this. 1908 rupees is the cost of, just a second, is the cash outflow at the end of the 6 months and still owning the share. So if you own the share, if you buy the share today in the spot market and keep it for 6 months, 1800 will be today's cost and something like 108 rupees will be the holding cost for 6 months. So at the end of the 6 months, if you look at your portfolio, you will see that 1908 rupees is the cash outflow and the asset is having one stock. You can achieve the same purpose in the futures market as well. You can enter into a transaction to buy the stock after 6 months and you can fix the price today. But the price today that you are fixing for 6 months is 1950. And then you are like, why I will enter into a derivatives contract at 1950 rupees when I can solve the same issue, or I can have the same asset in the spot market at 1908 after 6 months. So in this case, what are you going to do? You will say that the futures price is little higher than what I was expecting. This is what the cash outflow in the spot market for achieving the same purpose. And this becomes the theoretical price for the futures market. Simple. This is like Delhi. If something is available in Delhi at 1908, why I will buy it at 1950 in Mumbai? So for Mumbai, what is the theoretical price? 1908. Okay. So that's very much clear. It's very much clear from this part as well that the futures market is overvalued. They are charging little high. So explain the arbitrage opportunity here. Very simple. Have a look. Question number 20. Actual market price is 1950, right? Which is greater than theoretical market price of 1908. So this is for futures. You can clearly see that both of them are not matching. That means there is a possibility to gain 42 rupees, the difference between these two. So what are you going to say? You will say that futures are overvalued. An overvalued item should be sold. Sell futures. So if you do the sell transaction in the futures market, in the other market you are going to do the buy transaction. That means you are going to buy in the spot market the stock. So time T0. This is the timeline. 6 months. This is the spot market. This is the futures market. The action that you are taking today is sell in at spot. What? Futures. In order to sell that, you will have to buy the stock in the spot market. And in order to buy that, you will have to borrow money. So first you will be borrowing money to buy the stock today. So cash inflow outflow will be 0 and you will be selling the futures. After 6 months, you are going to just make sure that all the positions are closed on time. So you do the repayment, you sell the stock and you buy the futures back. That means settle it in cash. So see, opposite. Okay, you borrow money. How much? The amount that is required to buy the stock, which is nothing but 1800 rupees. So you borrow 1800 rupees today. Okay, you buy the stock. There is no money required to sell the futures except for the initial margin, which is not given in the question. So at the beginning, this is at time T0. At the beginning, you are paying nothing from your pocket. But at the end of the 6 months, what is going to happen? You will be paying interest on this 1800 that will go to somewhere like 1908. Am I right? And you will sell the stock in the spot market. You will sell the stock in the spot market because you bought it in the spot market. Now the question is, what is the price of that stock in the spot market on that date? Price can be anything. It doesn't matter because the same is going to be the price in the futures market. At expiry, let's say the price is it was 1800 now. Let's say the price is 2000. Let's say the price is 2000. What is going to happen? You will receive 2000 rupees by selling the stock, and at expiry what happens is that the spot price and the futures price is same, so automatically the futures price is also 2000. Now understand, you sold futures at 1950. At that time it was trading at 1950, and you are buying it back at 2000. So that means there is a loss to you in the futures market. How much? 50 rupees. So 50 rupees is the loss. So the net amount is 2000 rupees inflow, 50 outflow, 1950. And this is 1908. See, I will just show you. This is an outflow of 1908. Now you do the total. 1908 gone, 50 gone, 2000 received, 42 rupees profit. You take any other price except for the 2000, and you take any price, you will have the same cash flow. See, this is at time t0. A proper presentation for exam. Borrow money, borrow for 6 months. How much? 1800. Buy stock, and sell futures. See, what happens is when you take the decision, you are going this way. But when you do the transaction, you are going this way. So first, the solution that came to you was sell futures. If we are selling the futures, take the opposite position in the spot market. So you are buying the stock in the spot market. Because of sell futures, you are buying it at spot. And in order to buy the stock at 1800, you will have to borrow money. So you are going this way for taking the decision. But at the time of taking the action, you are going to go this way. Okay. Then after 6 months, let's say the spot price is 2000 rupees and 1700 rupees. We are going to cover both the sides. You are going to make sure that the borrowing has been repayment and it has nothing to do with the spot prices. So you borrowed 1800 rupees, you are going to pay interest at 6%, which is going to be 1908 at the end of the 6 months. So this is an outflow to you in both the cases. You have bought the stock. See, you have bought the stock in the spot market, you will sell it in the spot market. Sell stock. The moment you will sell the stock, you will receive the current market price, which is the 2000, which is 2000 and 1700 in the respective market. And you are going to settle the futures that you have sold. So settle futures. How are you going to settle the futures? You have sold it at 1950. When it was 1950, you had a short position in that. And then you will take a long position at the current market price, which is 2000. And see, it is not S that matters. It is actually the F of that date. It means the forward price of that date. But on expiry, spot and the forward prices are same. So 1950 minus 2000, you can clearly see there is a loss of 50. And 1950 minus 1700, there is a profit of 250. So now you do the total. 42, 42. In both the cases, the amount of gain will be same, and this was known from the beginning to you, because you had this difference, the same difference, while taking the first step, actual market price and the theoretical market price. This is going to happen. So this 2000 and 1700 is something that I have taken from my own. You can take any figure, or if not, you can just straight away write down these two items, sell stock and settle futures at the same time, and write down 1950 as an inflow, because you can clearly see that 1950 will be an inflow. 2000 minus 50, 1950, 1700 plus 250, 1950. So the net of the two will always be the same amount that you had sold the futures at. The price at which you are selling the futures, the total of these two will be same. So in this question, let's see what institute has done. We can clearly see that they have not prepared a proper statement, but they have just made sure that they are settling it at the end. So I will suggest you to prepare a proper statement and have some table values and all that in this manner. So This much is only required for exam. What is happening at T0, what is happening after at the expiry, that's it. You need to show the profit at the end, and this gives a proper presentation. Instead of this, what will happen is that the paper checker will have to read each and everything, which will consume a lot of time for him. But looking at this, he can just make sure that okay, all the statement, all the things are done properly. 42 is the profit, which is matching with the my suggested answer, and he will give you the marks. So proper presentation, to the point and clear answer is very much appreciated rather than preparing statements. Okay. Deliver the share and collect 1950. Now come to question number 21. It is exactly same. Spot market, futures, actual market price, 6 months forward contract, 10% per annum, arbitrage opportunities we have to evaluate. So you can take this as an homework and try it in our way. Question number 21. Now come to question number 22. This might include some dividend or like this. Okay, this is also the same question, but what is different is that in this question, see, in the first question, this 2000 rupees and 1700 was not given to us. This was taken by us just to explain that whatever is the price, the answer will be same. But now in this question, the two values are given to you, 10,200 and 15,600. Okay, let's solve this question. This is going to be an interesting because question includes the dividend as well. Have a look. Okay. Suppose current market price of an index is 13,800. It's not about the futures, it's only about the index. That means this is the spot price, and yield on index is 4.8% per annum. So make sure that once it is written yield, that you are converting that yield in a required time frame. A 6 months future contract on index is trading at 14,340. This is the actual market price of the futures. Okay, let's write it down here. Spot market, futures market, 13,800 and 14,340. So there is some ambiguity in this question. I will just explain why the answer by the institute will not match with our answer, and then you can judge it afterwards. So this is the actual market price of the futures, okay, and 4.8% is the yield on index for 1 year. Now if you convert that yield into 6 months future, like for 6 months only, so 6 months means half a year, so half of that comes to 2.4%. Okay, 2.4%. So you can take straight away 2.4% on 13,800, or you can take 4.8% and then divide it by 2. It will give you the same answer. So the dividend that you are considering here is 2.4% of 13,800. Okay, 13,800 into 2.4%, that is 331.20. That is what you will receive. So if you buy the stocks included in this index, it will cost you 13,800. That's your cash outflow. This is your cash inflow. And in order to buy these stocks, you will have to borrow money. So the rate of borrowing will also matter for the next 6 months. That will decide your interest cost. Okay, let's move ahead. Assuming the risk-free rate of interest to be 12%. If it is 12% per annum, then 6% for 6% for 6 months. So once you calculate, see, 2.4% and 6% interest, or you can say borrowing cost. So that's 828. Now understand, this is your cash outflow, this is cash inflow, and this is cash outflow. Can we calculate the theoretical price at this point? Yes sir, we can calculate, which will become the theoretical price of the forward contract. Or this is all the spot market, right? So let's just shift this futures market at this point. So whatever the spot market's total price or cash outflow at the end of the 6 months will become the theoretical price at this case. And this is the actual market price. You can calculate the theoretical price as like this. And So from this point onwards, there is some other information. I will talk about it later. Let's first calculate the theoretical market price. So theoretical market price of the futures is nothing but spot. There is no continuous compounding given in this question. So spot in bracket 1 plus R minus Y. Am I right? Into T. So have a look. Spot is 13,800 in bracket 1 plus 0.12 for 1 year 12% and 4.8%, that means 0.048 also for 1 year. So let's convert that into half year and it will look like this. So that comes to 14,296.80. So this becomes your theoretical market price. Okay. Now you will say that actual market price is 14,340, which is greater than theoretical market price 14,296.80. Okay. So what will you say? This is the futures price. So can I write it as like this? Futures are overvalued in the market. They should be mostly selling at 14,296.80. That means the purpose that I will achieve by paying 14,340 in the futures market can be achieved by paying just 14,296.80 in the spot market. So why I am going to pay more in the futures market? No, I am not going to do that, obviously. So instead of buying futures at the higher price, it's better to sell futures at a higher price. So actual market price is higher, futures are overvalued. What will be your decision? Sell futures. Now arbitrage opportunities will open up. And what will happen, I will tell you. If you are selling the futures, that means what are you going to do in the spot market? If you are selling in the derivatives market, what are you going to do in the spot market? Buy. Opposite. And in order to buy in the spot market, you need money. Borrow. So this is how it is going to be. Arbitrage transaction. Have a look. At time 0, first of all, you will borrow money. And with that money, you will buy stock, buy index. And then in reality, you cannot buy index, right? You can buy the stocks included in that index. Then sell futures. So the decision was taken like this, from this to this, descending to ascending. Sell futures first, and that's why we are going to buy the index in the spot market. And then in order to buy the index, we are going to borrow money. How much? 13,800 borrow. Pay 13,800. And then no cash flow in the sell futures. So 0 cash flow at this time. Got it? Now understand what is going to happen after 6 months. This is in spot. Let me just take these figures in here to save the space. Now after 6 months, there is something that you need to notice at expiry. Okay, at expiry they have given two different prices. What if the index closes at 10,200 and 15,600, and this is what index is closing, that means spot price. So the spot price is 10,200 and 15,600. Am I right? 15,600 and 10,200. See, every position that you have opened will be closed by you. So once you have borrowed money, you are going to make sure that you repay on time. That's nothing but 13,800 plus 6%. 13,800 into 1.06. So you will be repaying this much, 14,628. That's your outflow. Okay. you have bought the index, right? The stocks in the index. So the very first thing that will happen is you will receive dividend. You will receive dividend on that 50% only. So that was, I think, 2.4%, right? 2.4% of 13,800, or you can say 13,800 into 4.8% into 6 by 12. Why 6 by 12? I will tell you why 6 by 12. That is the concerning part in this question. This is yield on index, and yield is calculated on investment which is done by the investors, and this yield is given as per annum. So in order to calculate the yield on this index, you need to take it for 6 months, because your investment period is only 6 months. So 6 months yield comes to 2.4%, and if you calculate that, it comes to 331.2 rupees. That is going to be received by you in any case, whatever the market price is. After that, you will sell that index, sell the stocks in the index, it's a better word, and you will receive 10,200 and 15,600. And in the end, this is the closure of what we can say index position in the spot market. How are we going to close the index position in the spot market? By two transactions: receive dividend and sell of the index. Whenever you are going to sell the index, you will be selling it at the market price, which is 10,200 and 15,600, and you will receive that much of the amount. You sold the futures at what price? Sir, you sold the futures at 14,340, the actual market price. The contract price was 14,340. And remember one thing, at expiry, the futures price is also equal to the spot price. So you can compare the future with this one as well. Even though this is the spot price, but this is also the futures price. So this is the spot and the futures price. At expiry, both are same. Okay. So at the time of selling the index, I took this price. At the time of selling the futures or buying the futures, I will take this same price, because the price in both the market is same. So I sold the futures at 14,340. I will be buying it back at 10,200. So I'm buying it at a lower price. It will be a gain to me. So gain, or you can say loss, on futures settlement. Have a look. What will be the calculation? It's very simple, sir. 14,340 minus 10,200. That's 4,140. And in this case, 14,340 minus 15,600. That's 1,260 negative. Let me just take this entire part. Here, because we are short of space there. Okay. Now you can say that I have closed all the position, and you can now calculate the gain or loss for arbitrage gain or loss. Have a look. 4,140 received plus 10,200, right? Anything else? Plus 331.20 minus 14,628. So that's around 43 rupees. And in the other case, it's 15,600 plus 331.20 minus 1,260 minus 14,628. So that's again 43.20. That means whatever the market price is at the expiry, my gain is fixed in the very beginning, was fixed in the very beginning itself, considering everything. What was that? It is nothing but the difference between these two. 14,340 and 14 to 96.80. It's exactly 43.2 rupees. So no matter what the price is at the expiry, your gain is fixed. Let me just write down the calculations here so that repayment. Yep. And have a look in the answers. Let me just find out a way out of this. Cash dividend 331, profit, loss, that's okay. Loss on sale of a portfolio. Okay, there is one thing that they have not considered. Which is the interest cost. 828 rupees. I don't know why. But there is one thing missing in the answer. Obviously, there is one thing missing in the answer, which is this 828 rupees of the interest cost. If you deduct 828, the net profit will be 43.20. If you deduct 828, the net profit will be 43.20. So the correct answer is 43.20. First of all, 871 is wrong. The second thing which I actually didn't consider while discussing the question, because I didn't want to confuse you, was this part, the last part. And 50% of the stock included in index shall pay dividend in the next 6 months. What does exactly this means? What does this exactly this mean? Stocks included in the index shall pay dividend in the next 6 months. Only 50% of the stocks will pay the dividend. Now, what will happen because of that? 13,800 is the index. And if only 50% of the index is paying the stock, that means the index value for the dividend that has to be considered is only 6,900. And on that 6,900, 4.8% will be the dividend. 6,900, 4.8% will be the dividend, which comes to exactly 331.20. But it comes to 331.10 only when you take it for the entire year and don't convert it. But it is yield. Yield is based on the time, and we have only 6 months in this question. So we need to convert that into 6 months and the answer will change. But that has not been considered in this case. 331.20 is taken. That means either this is per annum. So what is exactly happening is that, see, we have came to the same answer without considering 50% of the stocks included in index shall pay dividend in 6 months. So either one thing is wrong. See, I will tell you. Either you remove this statement from the question, the answer is right, question is right, everything is right. But if you consider this, then you remove this per annum. You make sure that 4.8% is for the 6 months itself. If you consider this, fortunately or unfortunately, the period is also half year, and the stocks that are paying the dividend are also half. So if you apply the 50% on this, you will get the same answer. If you apply this 50% on the values, you will get the same answer. So there arises a confusion of which 50% should be taken. Shall we take 4.8% into 50%? That means shall we convert that per annum into 6 months, or shall we take this 50%? Because if we take both as 50%, the answer will be like this. I will tell you. Instead of 331.20, it will be multiplied by 6 by 12. Then it should have been 165.60 if you consider both 4.8% as per annum, and then convert it into 6 months, and then also convert this also. Like take only 50% of the stocks for the dividend. Now I will just show you. Again, summarize. 13,800 is the index's value. What we have done, we have straight away calculated 4.8% per annum dividend. Okay. that comes to 662.40, and then we converted into 6 months, converted that into 6 months, which came to 331.20. Okay, so I converted this 4.8% into half a year. But if you consider what exactly is given in the question, then you will take 4.8% per annum. So instead of taking 4.8% per annum, first you will take only 50% of the stocks, because only 50% of the stocks are paying dividend. So 6,900, and then you repeat the procedure from this part. Take 4.8% per annum, which will come to 331.20, and then take 6 by 12, which will come to 165.60. So if you consider both the statement, the answer should have been given using 165.60, but the answer by the institute does not include 165.60. They say 331.20. So here there is an ambiguity in the question. There are two possibilities to correct the approach. Two possibilities. Either ignore this statement totally. One, ignore this statement, or second thing that you can do is remove this per annum thing after 4.8%. Consider 4.8% for 6 months. Or third thing, keep the question exactly as it is, but change this value of 331.20 to 165.60. 1 out of the 3 possible solution is that there. So you have to decide what exactly you want to do. With the question given, this answer is wrong, 331.20. You have to either change the question or change the answer. So this was asked in, I think, RTP November 2013. I don't know why they have not made the correction till now. If you go and see this question, they have given the same answer. But please make sure that yield is converted in the time. In the next question, you are going to see that. And the next question is also of the institute, and they have done it correctly in that. So consider this as like 10 years back this question was asked, and there might be some mistake in that, and today it's not applicable. That means today we are going to go with the correct approach itself. Okay, so are you okay with this? 3 options. Okay, corrections. I will just write it down. Remove the statement of 50% index will pay dividend, or remove per annum from 4.8% and consider 4.8% for 6 months, or change dividend in solution to 165.60 from 331.20. So 1 out of the 3 possible solutions has to be implemented in order to make sure that either the question is correct or the answer is correct. You cannot take everything. Only one change has to be given in the question to make it proper. Now, the last thing that they are asking is pretty interesting, that also calculate the implied risk-free rate. See, the risk-free rate is already given here, na? Assuming that the risk-free rate of interest is 12%. Why are they asking you again? Let's just see what exactly that they have done. La 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 la. Huh. Oh, sorry. See, I will just explain you. 12% is what you have used to calculate the theoretical price. What I am saying is that now calculate the risk-free rate of interest in the equation, same equation. Take the actual market price. Instead of theoretical, take the actual market price and then find out what is the exact rate of interest that the actual market is considering. We are considering 12% for the theoretical price, but what was included in the actual market price? Have a look. We will take the same equation. Forward is equal to spot in bracket 1 plus r minus y into t time. So it is 14,340 spot price is 13,800. 1 plus r is what we have to find out, 0.04. 4.8% is the dividend yield into 6 by 12. Okay, let's see. 14,340 divided by 13,800, that comes to 1.0391 is equal to. Now let's solve this. Can I write it like this? 1 plus 0.5 r minus 0.048 into 0.5, that's 0.024. Yes, we can write it like this, and it will become 1.0391 is equal to 0.5 r plus, or we can say 1 minus 0.024, that's 0.976 plus 0.5 r. So this 0.976 will get transferred to this side, 1.0391 minus 0.976. So that's around 0.0631 is equal to 0.5 r, and the rate of interest will be 12.62%. That's per annum, man. Okay, that's all per annum. Once this was given to you calculated forward price, that was theoretical rate, and if this is given and you are calculating the rate, that means this is the rate of interest considered in the actual market price of the futures, which is 12.62%. Can you come to this answer and have a look? Confirm this. Exactly 12.63%. And now please understand what is happening. 50%, what they are doing is they are taking 50% of the stock here, which is paying dividend of 4.8%, but they are not considering per annum part. They are not converting it into 6 months. That means the change that they have given here is this one. This has been considered by them. In the answer given by the institute, they considered 4.8% for the entire 6 months and not for the entire year. So they have given the second option, like they have given the corrections which I have written in the second option. So you can consider that also. Just remove per annum from the question, and everything is correct afterwards. Okay. So this is what the question was. It was good calculating the rate of interest as well. Now question number 23. Question number 23 is, sir, very easy. So I will just take it fast. Let's do it. Calculate the price of the 3 months PQR futures. Okay, 3 months PQR futures. Face value is 10 rupees, quoted at 220. So if PQR is quoted at 220, that means this is a spot price on NSE, and the 3 months future price quotes at 230. That means this is the actual futures, actual market price. What they are asking you to calculate is the theoretical market price. Okay, and the 1 month, there is some mistake in this question. 1 month borrowing rate is given as 15% per annum. Understand the fact, 15% per annum, and it is 1 month borrowing rate. First of all, 1 month borrowing is little, I can say, wrong. And if they want to say 1 month borrowing rate, that means it is at the reset period is 1 month. And if it is like that, then obviously you have to do the compounding for 3 months. Now this question is little complicated in this case, because institute has given a different answer with that. They have not compounded for the 3 months. So either you change the question or you change the answer. Again, there will be some problem. I will just go according to the question, what should be the correct answer. And they have also given you the annual dividend is 25% payable before expiry. 25% is what? Yield? No, they have not mentioned that it is yield. It is going to be the rate, and rate, whether it is given per annum or not, you will have to calculate entirely and take it entirely. Okay, so it's very simple. The question is very simple. You take it from here itself. Spot price of 220 is given to you. Once you borrow this amount, you will have to take the rate of interest as 15% into 0.25. That means 15% into 3 by 12 because you need it for 3 months only. So that's 15% into 0.25, right? And that is what you are going to apply on 220. That will become your cost to carry or interest cost. See, so the treatment that they have given here does not constitutes the effect of 1 month or the reset period of 1 month. So that's where something is going wrong. Okay, according to what the question is, I will just give you the answer. F is equal to S in bracket 1 plus R, multiple compounding, right? R divided by N to the power NT, have a look, minus dividend. So it should be like this: 220, 1 plus rate of interest 15, monthly compounding, because 1 month borrowing rate is there, to the power N, number of compounding in 3 months is 3 only. Or we can say like this: 12 times in a year into time is 0.25 year only, because we want it for 3 months. So ultimately it comes to 3, and the dividend is 10 into 25%. Very simple. See, 25% is the rate applicable on the face value declared by the company itself. So you can just write it like this: 0.15 divided by 12 plus 1 into 23. So it should come 220 into 1.0379 means 38 minus 2.50. So the proper answer according to the question should be 228.36 minus 2.50 is 225.86. The most appropriate, or we can say the proper answer according to the question and considering multiple compounding, is 225.86, but they have given us 225.75. So that's not a rounding of difference, 75 to 86. That's the compounding effect, which the institute has not taken here. This treatment is correct by the institute. This treatment is correct by the institute. I have problem in this case only. They should have taken monthly compounding. Entire 25% dividend is payable before expiry, which is 2.50. So entirely we will take it. Thus we see that the futures price calculation is this much. Now it's very simple to do the calculation. Now actual market price is 230, which is greater than theoretical market price of the futures, which is 225.86. So what are you going to say? The futures are overvalued. Because why overvalued? It should have been available in the market at 225 rupees, but it is available at 230 rupees in the market. What is available at 230? Futures. If we buy the stock in futures, it is costing us 230, and if we buy the same in the spot market and keep it for the next 3 months, then it will cost us only 225.75 rupees. So in Delhi it is costing us at 225.75, and in Mumbai it is at 230. So what are you going to say? In Mumbai it is overvalued or undervalued? It is overvalued in the Mumbai. Mumbai is charging me more for the same thing which the Delhi is charging. So the Delhi's price becomes the theoretical price for the Mumbai, should have been price for the Mumbai, right? So how you can take the arbitrage opportunity? Now examine arbitrage opportunities. It's very simple, sir. If you decide to sell in one market where the price is higher, buy in some other market where the price is lower. So where are you going to find the lower, where are you finding the lower price? In Delhi. That means the spot market. Consider futures as Mumbai and spot as Delhi. So in the spot market the price is lower, buy from Delhi and sell it in the futures market. What are the transactions that are you going to that is going to be taken by the investor? Very simple, sir. First of all, you are deciding to sell futures. Why? Because it is at a higher price. The price fixed is 230, but there is no cash flow right now. In order to sell futures, you will buy the stock in spot market, which is costing you only 220 rupees. And how come you are going to pay 220? You will have to first borrow money. So you will be first borrowing money, buying the stock and selling the futures at 0 point. What is going to happen after 3 months? Whatever may be the market price, you can take any price at that time. You know that the gain is fixed. Okay. Let's make the repayment first. You will repay with monthly interest 220 into 1.038, which will come to this much, 228.36. You will pay this much, 228.36. 2.36. Okay, and you will receive the dividend as well, which is 2.50. The dividend will be 2.50, right? And you will sell the stock in the market and you will settle the futures as well. You can take any price for the stock on expiry. It will be same for the spot market and same for the futures, because at expiry both are same. Let's take 250. So what will happen? You will sell the stock at 250, you will receive 250 rupees in your hand, and you will settle the futures. You sold the futures at 230, right? And you will buy it back at 250. There is a loss. 230 minus 250. So there is a loss of 20 rupees. What will happen? Let's do the total. 250 plus 2.50 minus 20 minus 228.36. The net profit is 4 rupees 14 paisa. You can take another spot price. Let's take it as 205. If the spot price on that date is 205, at expiry the repayment will not change. Dividend amount will not change. Now, you are going to sell the stock and receive 205 rupees. And there will be a profit in the futures. You will be selling the futures at 230. Just look at this. You will be selling the futures at 230 and buying it back at 205 rupees. So the exchange will settle your contract in your margin account by paying the difference, which is 25. You do the total and you will get 4.14 itself. So in both the cases, or in any case, the gain is fixed, which is nothing but the difference between these two prices, actual market price and the theoretical market price. This is how the transaction has to happen. See, 4.25 in this case because of some difference. Understood the logic? Cost of the stock, interest cost 228.25. It will be same. See, 228.36 in this case because of the compounding. You will receive the dividend of 2.5 for sure. See, that is fixed, 2.5. And the 230 rupees of the price. You can clearly see one thing. The total of the stock and the future settlement is 230 itself. 250 minus 20 and 225 plus 25 plus 205. The total of these two will be same, 230, because that was agreed at the beginning, 230. Are you understanding what is happening in both the markets? You are buying from the cheaper market and selling it in the higher market, costlier market, you can say. So yeah, to that extent, to that 1 month wala part, we can say that is ambiguous in this question. But apart from that, everything is correct. So question number 23 is over. Now let's focus on question number 24. Yeah, this is the question where you will get to know proper valuation. Means there is no ambiguity in this question as far as I have looked at it, but no one knows what can happen. Let's have a look. The NSE 50 index futures are traded with a rupee value being rupees 100 per index point. Understand? With a rupee value being rupees 100 per index point, on 15th September the index closed at 1195. This is the spot price. This is the lot size. This is how they are presenting. December futures last trading day, December 15, were trading at 1225. This is the actual market price on 15th of September. Okay, what has happened? See, on 15th of September, index was index closed at 1195, and the December futures were selling at 1225. So you need to understand it from this point. 15 September, October, November, December. So this is 15th September, 15th October, 15th November and 15th December. Spot price and the futures price on these dates, 1195 and 1225. So this is how it is presented. This price is expiring, this particular contract is expiring on 15th December. So the meaning of 15th December, December futures or December 15 is the expiry date. but this price is given on the 15th September itself. Spot price and the futures price. This is actual price. Okay. Now, the historical dividend yield on the index has been 3% per annum, and the borrowing rate is 9.5% per annum. Both are per annum. If we deduct 9.5 minus 3, it comes to 6.5% per annum. And then we have 3 months only in the question, from September to December, October, November, December. So we are going to multiply it by 3 by 12. So the moment we do it 3 by 12, we are converting the dividend also and the rate of interest also. Determine whether the on September 15, the futures contract price is under or over. So you have to find out that this price which is given as actual market price of the future is overly charged or under. It is overvalued or undervalued. And in order to find out whether this is overvalued or undervalued, we need to calculate the theoretical market price. And then only we can compare. So let's first find out the theoretical market price. F is equal to S. Understand, this is not a question of the continuous compounding, so E will not be used. Normal compounding. 1 plus, have a look, R minus Y into time. No multiple compounding, no continuous compounding, plain and simple. 1195 in bracket 1 plus 0.095 minus 0.03 into 3 by 12. Can I do it 3 by 12 because it's 3 months in the question? 1195 into 1.01625. That comes to 1214.42. So this will be here 1214.42. So can I say that actual market price, which is 1225, is greater than theoretical market price, which is 1214.42? So there is a possible gain. How much? Only 10 rupees 58 paisa. And you can clearly see that this is what we did in the previous question. When the dividend was given as yield, we deducted it from the risk-free rate of interest and then multiplied it by 3 by 12. See, same has been done in this question as well by the institute. 91 by 365. Okay, I'm very sorry, and this is going to make an impact on your marks. I'm very, very sorry. I have not read this part. Assume 365 days in a year. That means clearly you need to change your answer, because institute will deduct the mark once they see that you have used months in the calculation. When they have clearly mentioned that you have to use days, then make sure that you are using days. So in September there are only 15 days left. In October there are 31. In September there are November there are 30. And okay, that's one mistake. So let's just find out. From 15th September to 15th October there are only 30 days. From October to November 15 there are 31 days, because October consists of one more day. And from November to December it comes to 30 days only. So the total is 91 days. So what are we going to do? 91 divided by 365. So the answer will change to some extent. Only little, yaar. $1.016205. $1214.36. Okay. 10.64 rupees. So they have done the same thing, you can clearly see. And yeah, lot size has to be considered. You have to multiply this entire transaction by 100. This is just the price of the one futures. The lot size was given in the very beginning, so you have to multiply it by 100, and the answer is like this. It is overpriced. Why it is overpriced? Once you multiply it by 100, you will understand. See, 1225 into 100 comes to 122500, and 1214.36 into 100 comes to 121436. So the one contract is costing you 12,25,000 in the market, whereas the cost should have been 12,14,360 itself. Okay, so this is overvalued. Clearly we can say that. That's what the question is asking you, whether it is overpriced. Yes sir, this is overpriced. 121,437 na, and this is 121,436. Yeah, that's just 1 rupee of the difference is coming because of the rounding off. Okay, now what arbitrage transaction is possible to gain out of mispricing? See, it's very simple. The gain that is possible is 1,22,500 minus 121,436, which is 1064 or 1063. This much of the gain is possible, but for that purpose you will have to sell the futures and buy the stock in the spot market. So the transactions will be very simple. Sell the future and borrow the stock to buy. Borrow to buy the stock. So basically they are saying that you need to do this transaction. In the derivatives market, you are going to go short, and for that purpose you will go long in the stock market, and in order to buy you will go borrow, like you will go and borrow. The same thing we have been doing in the last 4-5 questions. This is the same transaction because of the overpricing in the futures market. So how are you going to write down? It's very simple. Since actual market price is greater than theoretical market price, you will write down futures are overpriced. Then write down sell futures. So if you are selling futures, you are going to say buy at spot. And if you want to buy at spot, you need money. Borrow at spot. So this is what is going to happen. You will borrow money from the market and you will buy the stock today and you will sell a futures. See, the current market price is 11.95. So what are the transactions that you are going to take at time t0? First you have taken a decision to sell futures. In order to do that, you will have to buy the spot. 11.95 into 100, that means you need money of this much amount. So you are going to borrow 119,500 from the market and then buy the stock with that money. There will be no cash inflow outflow in the selling futures. After 3 months, 91 days we can say, we are going to settle this. So the amount that you borrowed will have to be repaid, right? Repayment will be 119,500 multiplied by, have a look, 9.5% is the interest rate. So I'm going to make sure that it is converted into 3 months. So let's write down like this, plus 1,19,500 into 9.5% into 3 by 12, or better way, 91 days by 365. So this is what you are going to repay. Along with the principal, you are also going to repay interest. So that comes to 122,330. So that is going to be your outflow. Then before selling the stock, you will receive dividend. How much? How much dividend you are going to receive? Sir, the yield is 3% per annum. So 119,500 is the spot market's position into 3% per annum into 91 by 365. This is the amount of dividend that you are going to receive. Am I right? 119,500 into 3% into 91 by 365. So the amount of dividend that you are going to receive is 893.79 rupees. And then you will sell the stock in the market. Sell the stock and settle futures. Understand the logic. Whatever the spot price you take, the total of these two will be same. The total of these two will be same. How much, sir? The total of these two will be the price that you agreed in the actual market, that is 122,500. That is going to be 122,500. The cash inflow, because you are selling the stock. So if you are selling it at a higher price, there will be some loss to you, which will make the total of these two 120 to 500. If you are selling at a lower price, there will be some profit in the future, so which will make the both of them to 120 to 500. You can take any price and then do the calculation, try finding out the total will be 120 to 500. So let's take the gain calculation here. 120 to 500 minus 120 to 330 plus 893.79. So you can clearly see that the profit is 1064, 1063.79, 1064, which was nothing but the difference between these two, actual market price and the theoretical market price. What is there in the question? I think 1063 will be there in the question. Yeah, 1063 in the question. See what they have done. In the beginning, they borrowed. The first thing that they are going to do, the arbitrager is going to do, is he is going to borrow money so that he can buy the stocks. Then he bought the stocks. So all the money has been paid to the stock exchange. Then sell a future contract by fixing the price at 1225 into that will be 100. So this is going to be the third action by you. The net outflow inflow will be 0 in the beginning. So you didn't pay anything from your pocket and still you are gaining at the end. So if on December 15 the index closes at 1260, they have taken it from their own end. You can take any value, 1260, 1270, 1280. So let's take 1260. So what is going to happen? The repayment will be fixed at 120 to 330, no matter what the market price is. The dividend will also be same, 893.79. These two figures are not going to change. What are you going to do now? You are going to cancel the future contract, or we can say settle the future contract. What happened is that at 1225 you decided to sell the futures, and at 1260 you will be buying it back. So there will be a loss in the futures contract, which is nothing but 120 to 1225 minus 1260 into 100. 1225 minus 1260 into 100. So 3500 total loss, and you are going to sell the stocks at the current price. 1260 into 100 comes to 1,26,000. If you do the total, it will be 1063 of the arbitrage. Four things you need to remember: repayment of the borrowings, dividend received, you have to take it as an inflow, dividend received, outflow for repayment. Then if you are selling the stock, inflow, and cancelling the futures contract or settling the futures contract. Instead of 1260, even if you take 1270 or 1190, still the answer will be same, because this was decided in the very beginning itself. It was nothing but the difference between 121,437 and 122,500. Simple. Difference between the theoretical and actual price is the only possible arbitrage gain. And see, in this question, everything is perfect. The calculations are so perfect that there is no ambiguity left in that. In the previous question, since they were old, and I don't know who were solving this in the institute, but they need to change those answers, the previous answers. Okay, so this question is also over with for us. I see they have given the other way as well. If we take 1175, the answer is still same. You can take any price. Acha, I think... yeah, that's my mistake. I totally agree. What arbitrage transaction is possible to gain out this mispricing? We have solved it. They have clearly mentioned that we have to take on 15 December the spot price as this much, 1260 or 1175. It is exactly similar to the previous question in which we took the spot price on maturity as 10,200 and 15,600. Okay. But you should understand that whatever the price at maturity will be, the gain is fixed. So it doesn't matter what the price is. The moment you see such kind of a statement in the question, such questions, you should understand that there is no impact of these prices. You can take any other price and still the answer will be same. So this is the another question that we have completed. I am just giving you this question as homework to you because it has nothing new. Okay, so we have this next question number 26, and this is based on the hedging part. So we have completed the arbitrage part first, and it was very simple that if the futures are overpriced in the actual market, then we are going to sell the futures. For that purpose, we will buy in the spot market, and in order to buy in the spot market, we are going to borrow. So borrow money from the bank, buy the stock in the spot market, and then sell the futures. At maturity, close all the positions in each market. Please understand one thing. Wherever you are opening the position, that's the only place where you are going to close the position. That means if you are buying from the spot market, selling in the spot market will only close the position. If you are opening a position in the derivatives market as buy or sell, then take the opposite position at maturity in the same market. You cannot close the spot market position with the derivatives market. So please be very simple about it. Wherever I'm opening a position, I'm going to close the position on in the same market on the expiry date's price. And borrowings has a simple calculation. It doesn't depend upon the expiry dates market prices. It's very simple that okay, you have borrowed this much of the amount for this much of the period at this much of the rate, so you calculate the interest and make the repayment at the maturity. There has to be a perfect and confirmed gain in arbitrage. In arbitrage there cannot be any losses. There is no risk in the arbitrage. Arbitrager will not take any action if there is no profit in that. So the very first step is, if there is a profit, I will come to the market, otherwise I won't. Question number 26 onwards, we are going to start with the hedging part. Now please understand the logic. What happened in the arbitrage from question number 20 to question number 25, we had the purpose, arbitrager had the purpose of earning a little profit, 43 rupees, 70 rupees. You remember every question, any of the question, like every question had a small profit only, because arbitrager is like he's just exploring or exploiting the market mispricing. Now comes the hedging wala part. Now in the hedging part, what happens is our purpose is not to gain from the market. Our purpose is to make sure that the position in the spot market is secured. If there is no profit, there should not be any kind of a loss. So the purpose of the hedger is not to earn the profit. His purpose is to make sure that there are no losses or the losses are reduced. The risk reduction is the major purpose of the hedger. Okay. So we'll start with question number 26 and we'll keep going on till question number 44 for the hedging part, and you are going to enjoy this hedging with futures concept. Have a look on question number 26. The rice trader has planned to sell 22,000 kg of rice after 3 months from now. In the entire statement, nowhere any information related to derivative market is given. So the statement is very simple. A rice trader in the spot market wants to sell 22,000 kilogram of the rice after 3 months from now. What do you think he might be afraid of? It's very simple. Since he is a seller, the risk to the seller is always the drop in the prices. The moment right now he is standing at 0th time. Understand the fact. And he wants to sell 22 ton, means 22,000 kgs of rice after 3 months from now. He is afraid that if I wait till the end of the 3 months and I go to the market to sell 22,000 kg of rice, the price of the rice might have gone down and I will suffer losses. Let's say for example, the cost of the rice is 50 rupees. And today it is selling in the market as 52 rupees. And if he waits for the 3 months and the market price goes to 49 rupees, what will happen? The cost is 50. The cost is cost. It has already gone. And you will receive only 49. So you will end up having losses. So that should not happen. And for that purpose, we are going to. For what purpose? For securing a position in the spot market, we are going to take the help of the futures market. We are going to do something in the futures market today itself, so that we can ensure that the losses are minimized or reduced or removed in the spot market. What can be done? It's very simple, sir. You can just make sure that you go to the futures market or forward market and fix the price of the rice for per kg. Let's say you fix it at 51 rupees today itself. At least you have ensured that the 1 rupee of profit will happen at the end of the 3 month if you enter into a contract in the futures market. What you have to do is you have to sell futures, because you want to sell rice after 3 months. So you have to enter a similar contract in the futures. You have to make sure you are promising the similar thing. Sell means sell. Okay. Now, the spot price of the rice is 60 rupees per kilogram and the 3 months future on the same is trading today at 59. See, if you want to sell the rice today itself now, go and sell it in the market at 60 rupees, you will get 60 rupees per kg. But the fact is the trader does not want to sell it today. Trader might not have the rice today itself ready for selling in the market. He is like, after 2 months I will be ready, or after 3 months I will be ready to sell it in the market, and at that time the price can go down. Today what he can do is he can just make an agreement in the futures contract to sell the rice after 3 months at 59 rupees per kg. Size of the contract is 1000 kg. So one contract is equal to 1 ton, 1000 kg. For selling 22,000 kgs, he will have to enter into 22 futures contract. 22,000 divided by 1000. The price is expected to fall as low as 56 rupees per kg. Today it is 60 rupees and it can go down to 56 rupees. That's why we are afraid of. We can lose on 4 rupees. Okay. 3 months hence, what the trader can do to mitigate its risk. Mitigate means reduce its risk of reduced profit. If he decides to make use of future market, what would be the effective realized price for its sell when after 3 months the spot price is 57 and the futures contract price of the 3 month is 58? Very simple, sir. Have a look. Just understand with a 22, right? 26, man. Today, the rice is trading at 60 rupees. In futures, you can enter into a contract for selling after 3 months at 59 rupees. Okay. Let's find out once again. And 56. The expected spot price is 56. Okay. So if you sell it today, you will get 60 rupees. But at least if you enter into a futures contract today for selling in the market at 59, what you can do is you can fix the price of selling. So the profit can be fixed today itself. If you don't take any position in the derivatives market, then what will happen? After 3 months, whatever is the price in the spot market, you are going to sell the rice. So if the price is higher, you will end up profit, you will end up gaining. If the price is low, you will end up losing. Even if you take some position in the futures market, still you will be selling the rice in the spot market at the given price. But what will happen? The derivatives will make sure that the loss, if some loss is happening in this market to you after 3 months, you can get the profit from the futures contract accordingly. So the question is asking us the same thing. What we can do to mitigate its risk of reduced profit? The answer to this question is very simple. Sir, sell futures contract, 22 futures contract to mitigate the risk. At least we can fix the price that at least we will be getting 59 rupees. Okay. So the answer to the first statement is very simple. Take the futures contract. How many contract? 22 contract, short position. See. In order to hedge its position, the trader would go short on futures at a current price of 59 rupees per kg. Now 22,000 kg divided by 1000, that means 22 number of contracts has to be entered into, and that too a short position. So you will be fixing that 12,98,000. 22,000 into 59. 12,98,000 rupees will be received by you at any cost. Okay, that's the end of the first statement. Now, if he decides to make use of the futures market, which we have suggested in the very first part, what would be the effective realized price for its sell when after 3 months? Let's say he has taken a short position in the rice futures contract. Okay. And after 3 months, the the real spot price goes to 57 and the futures price is 58 and the futures price is 58. What will happen? It's very simple, sir. I will tell you. In reality, you will sell the rice still in the spot market only. You take the position in the futures or not, you are buying the rice here, you are going to sell the rice here, you will receive whatever the market price is. Okay, 57 to 57. Okay, but what will happen? What will happen due to the transaction in the futures market? You were short at this price, you will be going long at this price, and you will get 1 rupees per kg profit. You can clearly see that the futures were trading at 59 when you went short on that, and now it is trading at 58 after 3 months, so you can buy it back. That means the settlement of the futures will be resulting into a profit of 1 rupees to you, and the effective realized price of selling the rice in the market is 58 rupees. Actual price is 57, but you will also get 1 rupees per kg on again on in the futures market. So effective price is 58 rupees to you. See, are you okay with this? You don't have to enter into so much of the tam jam. We in Hindi we call it as tam jam, because they are doing so much of the calculation and ultimately coming to 58. I am coming to 58 with a simple example, without many calculations, without spending or wasting time. It's very simple. Okay, so you can write it in a statement also. It's very simple, that the price of the futures contract you have to make some corrections here. It should be 59. It should be 59 and 22,000 into 59, 12 lakh 98,000. This should be 12 lakh 98,000. Okay. I got it. It's 58 in the market. So there is no correction required. That's just the settlement. That's what is confusing. The institute should not do it like this. It's instead of that, they would have simply said that the gain is 59 minus 58 into 1000. You were short on that, you are long on that. 22,000 rupees is the profit. There is no need to do all such calculations. And the spot price was 57. So you will be selling the rice. In reality, you will just deliver the rice at 57. You will get 57 and you will get 1 rupees from the futures market. So instead of this type of presentation, I will just show you how to present. Sell rice at 3 months at spot. So you will receive 57 and settle futures contract. 59 minus 58, that is 1. Effective realized price is 58, and you can end the answer there. Okay, let's move on to the next question now. Question number 27, interesting one. A mutual fund is holding the following assets in crores. Have a look. Investments in diversified equity share is 90 crore and the cash balance is 10 crore lying with the mutual fund. The beta of the portfolio is 1.1. Make sure you take it as equity only. Why? Because there is this mistake in the question by in the framing itself. Okay, so consider this as the beta of equity 1.1. The index future is selling at 4300 level. This is not just the index, it is the index future. So this is the actual market price at which you can buy or sell one index. The fund manager apprehends that the index will fall at the most by 10%. Calculate the number of index futures he should short. Why short? We'll talk about it. For perfect hedging means risk should be equal to 0, and risk should be equal to 0 means beta should also be equal to 0. So the beta has to be reduced from 1.1 to 0. One index future consists of 50 units. This is going to be lot size. Evaluate your answer assuming the fund manager's apprehension will materialize. It means that if the fund manager is estimating that the index will fall by 10%, and if it actually falls by 10%, then you need to find out कि we have perfectly hedged our portfolio. Okay. So let me just show you question number 27, 27. This is all about 3 months time, right? There is no timing given, so it's all okay. See, we have equity 90 crore, we have cash 10 crore, the total portfolio value is 100 crore, and this is all in the spot market. And when we talk about the futures market, we have 4300 rupees one future, and the lot size is 50. So if you go for one contract, it will cost you 50 into 4300, that's 2,15,000. Okay, what kind of position do you hold in the portfolio? It's called as the long position. Okay, obviously long position, and the portfolio has a beta of 1.1. Not this portfolio, in fact the beta is of the equity only. Consider that as the beta of equity. What does that mean? It means that if the market, and the market here consists of index, if the market goes down by 10%, the portfolio value or the equity value, to be very specific, will go down by 1.1 into 10%. That means 11%. Now, if the market goes down by 10%, just imagine the equity value will go down by 11%, and you will have a new equity value 90 minus 11%, that is 80.1. So what will be your profit or loss in that case? There will be a loss to you. 11% means 9.9 crore rupees of the loss to you in equity. There will be no change in the cash. Cash will remain same as it is. It's like 10 crore to 10 crore, because cash is cash. It is not connected with the market, right? So the beta of cash is 0. There is no risk in the cash. It is 10 lakh today. It will be 10 lakh tomorrow if you open the drawer and look at the like notes. Okay. So there is no risk in the cash. It's all about the equity that we are worried about. Okay. Now, what is our objective? We are scared of losing 9.9 crore in the equity, and that's why we want to hedge the same today itself in the index future. For if you remember the very first question of this chapter, we discussed about this hedging and the beta related concept, and we came to a conclusion that first of all we are going to see whether the beta is positive or negative. If it is positive, we are going to take opposite position in the market index futures. So if there is a long position, we will take short. If there is a short position, we will take long. This will ensure hedging. But in order to ensure perfect hedging, we will have to make sure that the position in this market, whether it is short or long, should be equal to beta times, or the times we have to reduce the risk. Okay, now understand. Let me just take you to the first part of this entire chapter. You will get it in a moment. Do you remember this? Hedging is equal to beta of the spot market position. We are going to look for whether it is positive or negative. Okay. And if it is positive, take the opposite position in the futures, and if it is negative, take the same position in the futures. So how much position we are going to take in the futures? The value that we want to hedge multiplied by the risk to be reduced. If we have to reduce the entire beta, then entire beta will be multiplied here. That's what we have to do. That's it. Okay, have a look. Just so first of all, value to be hedged. We have to hedge this 90 crore rupees, right? Because cash is not going to change, so we are hedging equity part only. We are hedging 90 crore rupees, okay? And the risk to be reduced. How much risk we have to reduce? 1.1. This much of the risk we have to reduce because we have to bring it to zero. So entire risk or beta will be taken here. And this is going to give you position in futures, index futures. That's 99 crore, I think. 99 crore, and that too short position. Why? Because you have a long position. See, you have a long position in the spot market, beta is positive, take the opposite position in the futures market, that to 1.1 times. So 99 crore short position, that's it. And one contract, understand, I just wrote it here. One contract is worth 2,15,000. Just divide contract value. One contract is 2,15,000, right? So what will be the answer of this? Number of contracts we have to go short on. How many number of contracts we have to go short on? 99 crore divided by 2,15,000. So that's around 4604.65. That is, you are going to write 4605 contracts, because contracts can never be entered into in fraction. So either you take 4604 or you take 4605. But please understand, this will ensure perfect hedging. Okay. This will ensure slightly over hedging because you are going on a higher side. And if you go for 4604 contracts, then that will be slightly under hedging. But that's all okay. That's all okay. Okay. So this is what the question is. Now we can frame a formula. We can frame a formula for calculating number of contracts, and that's very easy. Have a look on this. How to calculate number of contracts to be taken in futures for hedging purposes. It's very simple. First of all, take the portfolio value you want to expose, or you can take the value to be hedged, which value you want to hedge. Okay. Then multiply it with the risk to be reduced. Divide it by the contract value. That's it. That's what we did. 90 crore multiplied by 1.1. That means the numerator is 99 crore. The numerator will give you the value or the position to be taken in the futures market. And the one contract value is this much. So total value divided by one contract value will give you the number of contracts that you want to enter into. If the beta is positive, go with the opposite position, short, otherwise same. So this is what they have done. It's very simple. It's given in the single formula itself. This much is the only answer, right? So 1.1 is not the beta. Please, many students gets confused that 1.1 means the beta that we have to put there. No, you don't have to put the beta there. You have to put the risk that you want to reduce. So I'm just writing it away. Risk you want to reduce. Why I'm giving you this explanation is that some questions will come where it will be written that you want to reduce the beta from 1.1 to only 1. Let's say the question is saying that the current beta is 1.1 and you want to reduce it to 1 itself, 1.0. That means they don't want perfect hedging. They want a reduction of only 0.1 beta. They want a slight reduction in the risk. They want the risk to be as good as the market. Okay. So at that time you will be multiplying here with 0.1, not the beta. So remember, the multiplication there in the formula is for the risk to be reduced, multiplied by the value you want to hedge, divided by the price of the futures contract multiplied by the lot size. This price of the futures contract multiplied by lot size is nothing but the contract value. So this will give you the number of contracts that you have to sell. Why sell? Because you had a long position in this and the beta is positive. Now we have to give the justification as well. Let me give you the justification that what if the market actually goes down by 10%. Justification. This is spot market, this is futures market. You have a position of 90 crore here. I am skipping the cash part. And you have a position of 99 crore here. Am I right? You had a position of long in this case, you had a position of short in this case. Now, let's say the market is going down by 10%. Market is going down by 10%. What will happen to the equity? Equity will go down by 11%. Okay. Equity will go down by 11% and you can clearly see that the new value will be 80 crore 10 lakhs. And in this case, the new value will be 89 crore 10 lakhs. Okay. So what is going to happen now? You are going to close the position in each market. You had long here, you will go short. You had, or I can just write it in here. And you had short position in this case, you will go long. Simple. So obviously at 90 crore you purchased the equity and now you are selling at 80 crore. What will happen? There will be a loss. How much? Sir, it's very simple. 9 crore 90 lakhs. That's 11% on 90 crore. 9 crore 90 lakhs. And in this case also there will be a profit of 9 crore 90 lakhs. How? You can just find out that you have sold the futures at 99 crore and now you are buying it back at 89 crore 10 lakhs itself. So you are buying at a lower price, you sold at a higher price, there is a profit to you and the net profit or loss is zero. So what happened actually is you have framed the transaction in the beginning in such a way that the loss in one market will result into a profit in the other market. There can be 10% increment in the futures. At that time the equity would have gone up by 11%. So there would have been loss in the futures and profit in the spot market. So ultimately now you have made sure that there is no loss, but the side effect of that is there will not be a profit either. If there is no loss, there will not be a profit in that case. So but your purpose is very clear. I don't want profit. I want to hedge myself. I don't want losses. I'm okay if the profit is not there, but I don't want losses. So that's what your purpose was and we have achieved it. Got it? We are going to see a lot of question on this, on such type. Have a look on this one. On 1st April 2015, Sunidhi was holding a portfolio of 10 securities whose value was 9,94,450. Okay. The weighted average beta of 9 securities was 1.1. See, she's holding 10 securities, but the weighted average beta of 9 securities was 1.1. They have not given you the data of the last security. That's okay. Since she was expecting a fall in the prices of the share in the near future, to hedge her portfolio, she sold 5 contracts. If she has a long position in this and the beta is positive, she will take a short position in the futures, Nifty futures. And that to 5 contracts with a multiplier of 25 expiring in May 2015. See, you are holding right now the shares in April 1. So there is a 2 months gap in between these two dates, which was trading at 8767.07 on 1st April. Now, the very first thing that you have to calculate is the beta of the 10th security. This is some kind of a reverse calculation that you need to do. Have a look. And we are going to enjoy this. Question number 28. See. This is the timeline. This is the spot market. The position in the spot market is 994,450. The position that you took in the futures market for perfect hedging, we are going to say, that is 5 contracts, multiplier is 25 and the price is 8767.07. So if you do the entire calculation, you will see 8767.07 is the price of one future, multiplied by 25 is the price of one lot, one contract, multiplied by 5 is the total value, total position that you have taken in the futures market. Okay, so 8767.07 into 25 into 5 is the total value, that comes to 10,95,884 round off. Okay, now assume that whatever was the beta, okay, according to that we had taken a futures position, and we are going to make sure that the risk is made to zero. Risk has been reduced to zero by taking a short position in this. We are taking a short position here. We were having a long position in this. Now we are going to do the reverse calculation. Let's find out the formula for number of contracts. Number of contracts is the value to be hedged multiplied by risk to be reduced divided by futures price multiplied by the lot size. That means contract value, one contract value. Okay, now the question was like this: 5 contracts, value to be hedged is 994. We wanted to secure this price, this value of the portfolio. Okay, divided by 8767.07 multiplied by 25, value of the one contract. Now what is that you are going to write here? Risk to be reduced is to be calculated as the old beta minus new beta. Old beta was, let's say, X, and the new beta that you wanted was 0. Beta itself means risk. So assume that this was the risk earlier and you wanted the new risk to be 0. So you have to multiply it with the entire beta. What we are going to write down? X minus 0. Old beta minus new beta. Beta old minus beta new. And this is for the entire portfolio. Let's take this as X and this as 0. What is going to happen now? We are going to solve and find out the value of X. That will become the portfolio value, and then I will talk about it. So the moment this entire figure will go to this side, it will be multiplied by 5 and the answer will be 1095,884. Have a look. 1095,884 is equal to 994,450 into old beta. So the beta of the portfolio comes to 1095,884 divided by 994,450. It comes to 1.102. Simple. This was the portfolio beta. Please understand, this value and this value, if you know these two values, the relation between these two values is only the risk to be reduced. In this question, we are reducing the entire risk. That means the entire beta is responsible. We can calculate it directly. Why I have given you this much of the detail here? I could have easily written that multiplied with the beta, take beta here, and the answer would have been very easy. Or the other way to find out this answer is 1095 from here divided by 994, you will get the answer. But this is not going to be true all the time. You don't mug up the formula that when you divide this figure with this figure, you will get the beta. No, all the time you are not going to get the beta. You are going to get the risk to be reduced. In this question, the risk to be reduced and the beta of the portfolio is same. That's why the answer is coming with the alternative method and the shortcut method as well. But the shortcut method of dividing this directly with this will not help you unless you understand this formula. Old beta minus new beta, risk to be reduced. Okay. Now understand, this is the portfolio beta for 10 securities. Am I right? We also know the portfolio beta for 9 securities. Can we calculate with the help of these two beta? Can we calculate the beta of the 10th security? That's what I think question is asking us. Exactly. So portfolio beta. Now we are going to apply the concepts of portfolio management is equal to weighted average. Am I right? So we are going to take weight of 1 to 9 securities multiplied by beta of 1 to 9 securities plus weight of 10th security multiplied by beta of 10th security. Now portfolio beta is 1.102. So let's start putting the figures. What is the weight of 9 securities? Now there is one big problem in this question. They have not mentioned the weights, and the only option left with you is to assume that all the 10 securities carry equal weight in the portfolio. Other than that, you don't have any other option. See, they have given the weighted average beta of 9 securities, but how much is the weight of the 9 securities? That's not given. Or the 10 security, that's not given. So you will assume that every security carry equal weight. And with that, we can write down 0.90, 90% the weight of the first 9 securities. The beta of first 9 securities is 1.1 plus 10% into beta of the 10 security. We can easily calculate it now. Let's do the calculations. 0.99, 1.102, 0.99 plus beta of the 10 securities. So 1.102 minus 0.99 divided by 0.10. So beta of the 10th security comes down to 1.12. That's the beta of the 10th security. Are you happy with this? Now let's have a look on the answer by the institute. It's very simple. They have asked you this part 1.12. We have calculated the weight also, we have calculated, but please remember, do not mug up this formula. Do not mug up this formula. The entire formula is right. I'm not saying it is wrong, but this is not the beta of the portfolio. This is the whatever you calculate with this formula is the risk that you are reducing. In this question, the risk you are reducing is the entire beta. That's why the answer is correct, but this is not going to hold true when the beta is being reduced. Beta is not reduced entirely. Forget about it for now, for the time being. Now let's come to the second part, and second part, the answer by the institute is little complicated. We are going to simplify it. Have a look. Reconcile the reasons. So we have to give a reason. In spite of 2% fall in the market. See, logically what should happen if there is a 2% fall in the market? The cash position, market means the Nifty futures. In this case, the market is in the futures, na? So if there is a 2% fall in the market, there has to be 2 into 1.102. No, sorry. Portfolio beta is 1.102, right? 2 into 1.102 fall in the cash market position. Logically, it says like that if the market is going down by 2% and we have a beta of 1.102, then our portfolio should also go down by 2.204%. So if this is going down, this should also go down. But what is happening? This is futures market, this is cash market to us, because our portfolio is in the cash market. Our market index is in the futures market. So what is happening? If the 2% fall is there in the market, as per Sunidhi's apprehension, still she is earning some profit on her cash position. That means, how is this possible? She is earning some profit on this, means this value is going up. She has a long position on that, and the profit is only possible when this value goes up. How can this value go up? If the market is going down by 2%, the portfolio should also go down, not up. So that's not the question. You cannot question the question, right? Logically it should go down, but practically it has went up, and you have to give the reason for that. Why she has earned profit in this market even after this market has gone down? Why? How come she has earned a profit on her cash position? And the reason is very simple, that the portfolio might not have reacted according to the beta. That's very simple. Beta represents the past figures, not the future. We can just estimate how the market can go, how the portfolio can react based on the past performances. But not all the time this is going to hold true, and sometimes the portfolio might not react according to the beta. So when the market went down by 2%, there might be some good news in the shares of the portfolio, and it went up and we had a profit in our cash position. So there are 10 securities. You can say that some of the betas might be so strong, some of the shares might be so strong, or the news in those shares might be so strong in practical terms that the entire portfolio went up. Okay, so the reason will be like this. Please remove this part. They have given some illogical, we can say, which doesn't have a logic, but still you can write down like this. There is a profit in cash position, and it might be due to the reason that the contrary to her expectation of fall in the value of market. Just write down, cross that cash position. In the value of market, there may be an increase in the value of cash position. Now I will tell you, they have written the question itself in the answer. So this is not the reason. The reason is because portfolio might not have reacted as per beta, and instead of falling down by 2.204%, it went up, resulting into profit. And this is coming from here. That's it. Simple. Keep it simple. Let's move on to the next question now. Question number 29. Very easy question. So let's do it fast. Mr. K holds 10,000 shares of IBS Bank at 2738.70. This is a spot market position. When 1 month index futures was trading at 6086, this is futures. The share has a beta of 1.2. How many index futures should she short? Why short? See, you have a long position. Holds means you have a long position in the spot market. The beta is positive. You have to take the opposite position in the derivatives market. So they have clearly given you the hint. Hint means the answer. Even if they would not have written ki long or short in the future, still we would have found that okay, long in the spot market, beta positive, go short in the futures market. And for perfectly hedging her position, that means the new beta should be zero risk. A single index future is a lot of 50 indices, and it's very simple. For perfect hedging, the number of contract is the value in the cash market that you want to hedge multiplied by the risk to be reduced, which is entire 1.2, divided by the contract value. So value in the cash market comes from this part, 10,000 into 2738. 10,000 into 2738. This is the value that you want to protect. This is the risk that you want to reduce. And in the denominator, 6086 multiplied by 50. This is the one contract value. Okay. This is the value of the one contract. So in total, 108 contracts are required to be sold in the futures market to give a portfolio, a perfect hedge position to the spot market. Now, justify your results in the following cases when the index goes up by 1% or down by 2%. In both the cases, the risk should be zero. The loss should be zero. And it's very easy, sir. Have a look. I will just show it my way. So you have a position in the spot market, which is nothing but 10,000 into 2738.70. So that's 2738 7,000. And you have a long position in this market, right? So what will happen in the futures? In the futures, you are taking the price is 6086. The price is 6086. One lot is of 50, and you are going to take 108 lots. 6086 into 50 into 108. That's 3286 4400. 3286 4400, and you will go short on this, right? Long and short on these values. Cool. Now you take any impact in the index future, and this is nothing but the Nifty or something like this, or what? Index. See, market means index. So if this is going up, let's say the first part 1%, so index zooms by 1%, what is going to happen to the portfolio? The portfolio beta is 1.2, so this will go up by 1.2%. Simple. Okay. See, you have a long position. You can have a profit if the market is going up. Your portfolio value is going up, and it is going up. So you will have a profit of this much into 1.2%. So the profit is 328644. 328644. Okay. In this case, what is going to happen? It is going up, na? You have sold at a particular price. And why you do that? Because you expect the market to fall. And if it is going up, you will have losses. At a higher price, 6086 multiply 6086 plus 1%. This will be the higher price at which you are buying. So if you are buying at a higher price, you have sold at a lower price, you will end up losing this much into 1%. 32864400 into 1%. So the loss will be 328644. Total 0. So hence proved that the net loss is 0. So we are perfectly hedged against this. See, I will tell you. Listen to me. The entire purpose of framing this transaction or structure is that if there is a loss in the spot market, it should be compensated by the same amount of profit in the futures market. And if there is a loss in the futures, there should be a profit in the spot market. So ultimately what is going to happen? The loss will be 0. Obviously, there will not be any gain till the point I am having futures in my portfolio, but I am also protected with no loss. No loss, no profit. That's what hedging is. So hedged. Okay. So have a look on this question now. Following information is available for consideration. You can clearly see that the BSE index is 25,000. That means it's the price in the spot market. Okay. Value of the portfolio is 50,50,000. This is also in the spot market. So there are two items in the spot market: our portfolio that we have created and the index. Okay. Risk-free rate of interest 9% per annum. Dividend yield 6% per annum. Beta 1.5. We assume that a future contract on BSE index with 4 months of maturity is used to hedge the value of the portfolio over the next 3 months. One future contract is for the delivery of 50 times the index. First of all, you have to calculate the theoretical price of the futures contract. And please understand what is the asset in this. Futures price is equal to, they have not given anywhere, daily compounding formula is not required to be used. There's a specific note for that. Okay, so S into e to the, we should not use that. S in bracket 1 plus, understand, R minus Y into time. Am I right? Okay, sir. What will be the spot price? Can I take 50,50,000? This 50,50,000, that is the spot price of the portfolio, right? Should I take 50,50,000? No, don't do that. If you are taking 50,50,000 rupees, that means you don't know the basics yet. So first of all, find out the asset on which you want to calculate the futures contract. The futures contract is available on which asset? It is available on the index, BSE index. So if you have to calculate the future of futures contract on BSE index, take the spot price of BSE index. Getting it? If you want to do the contract on this particular asset in the derivatives market, you will find a spot price of this asset, not the portfolio. So the spot price is 25,000. Now rate of interest is 0.09, 0.06. Time is how much time you are going to take? 4 by 12 or 3 by 12? 4 by 12 or 3 by 12. Just understand. They have given the data very smartly. And you need to find out. See, we want to hedge the portfolio only for 3 months, but the 3 months futures contract is not available in the market, and that's why what you are going to do at this point of time, you are going to take a 4 months future contract. And please understand one thing, get your concepts clear. Taking a 4 months future contract doesn't mean you will have to wait for 4 months. You can end the contract the very next minute, next day, next week, next month, and even after 3 months. So that's all absolutely fine. In this 4 months, those 3 months are coming now, then your purpose will be solved. So what you are going to do, take the contract. The futures contract is available only for 4 months and you cannot change that. That is decided by the market exchange. So this is going to be your answer. Have a look. 0.09 minus 0.06 into 4 by 12 plus 1 into 25,000. So the futures value will be 25,250. Okay, one futures value will be 25,250, and this is the futures price. Lot size is 50, right? So can I calculate the contract value? One contract value is nothing but 12,62,500. If I want to take a one contract in the futures market. So if we just write down question number 30 here, and let's draw it in the timeline. In the derivatives market, this timeline has helped me a lot to understand the concept in a simple manner. See, this was the portfolio that we wanted to hedge, and the portfolio value was 50,50,000, and we wanted to hedge it with the futures, index future. So BSE Sensex index was given as 25,000 in this case, and with the help of this spot price we have calculated the futures on BSE Sensex. Okay, and that came to which price? 25,250. So this is 25,250. The portfolio beta is 1.5. okay, this is the risk of the portfolio. If we want a perfect hedging, complete hedging, then you have to remove the entire beta. That means 1.5 will be the risk to be reduced. Now this much is okay. So this is the answer to the first part, price of one future contract. Okay, the first part answer will be like this. What is the price of one futures? The price of one future is 25,250, but one future contract is 25,250 multiplied by 50, that's 12,62,500. So this is the answer, not 25,250. 25,250 is only F, but the contract's value is 12,62,500. Now, gain on the short futures position. Obviously, we were about to take the short position. Why? I will tell you. We had a long position in the spot market in our portfolio. The beta is positive, so we are going to take opposite position in the Sensex futures. So we had a short position at 25,250. Okay. At 25,250 we took a short position. How many contracts we have to take in order to have a complete hedging? Have a look. So for the purpose of complete hedging, we first of all we want to ensure that 50,50,000, or let me just create a formula. I will just write it. Position to be taken, or we can say position required in futures divided by futures contract value. Now, how much position you are required to take in the futures market? It's very simple. value from spot market to be hedged, okay, multiplied by risk to be reduced. This much is the value that you should take in the futures market, and futures contract value is nothing but F multiplied by the lot size, price multiplied by the lot size. So 50 lakh 50,000 multiplied by 1.5, or in a better way, risk to be hedged is the old beta minus new beta. I purposely write this way so that you get acquainted to this habit. Like, this habit should be inculcated in your practice also. Otherwise, writing only 1.5 will give you wrong answers sometimes. 25 to 50 into lot size is 50. So that's 12,62,500. That will go to 50 lakh 50,000 into 1.5, 75 75 000 divided by 12,62,500. So that's 6 contracts you will have to sell at this point. 6 contracts you will be going short, okay, and the total value will be 75,75,000 in the futures market. So I can clearly say that your position in the spot market is 50,50,000, but in order to protect that, you will have to take 75,75,000, 1.5 times this, okay, in the futures market, and you have to go short on this much of the amount. So this is how you are going to go completely, you will be completely hedged. Now if you take 10% decline in this, 10% decline in this market will also go down by 15% because the beta is 1.5. So have a look on the question now. Gain on the short future position if index turns out to be 22,500 in 3 months. Now what is happening is that after 3 months only, not the 4 months. So this contract was for 4 months, right? The futures contract. But at this point itself, they clearly mentioned that the index turns out to be 22,500. They have not mentioned that the index futures is turning out to be 22,500. They are saying what will be your gain. See, understand how they are playing with your feelings. They are saying that what will be your gain on this position if after 3 months this index price is turning out to be 22,500. So they have given you this price and asked you the gain or loss on this price, this value. So what exactly you have to do is, if you want to close this position in the futures, you need a price in the future itself after 3 months. So the way you calculated the futures price based on the spot price at 0 time, you have to do it again. You have to calculate the futures price based on the spot price. This is the spot price, right? So let's do that. Futures price after 4 months, futures price after 3 months. So understand, 4 months which is written in the beginning explains the maturity, expiry. Okay, so S in bracket 1 plus R minus Y into T. What is the spot price now? 22,500. 1 plus 0.09 minus 0.06. This is per annum into 1 by 12. Am I right? 1 by 12 or what? 1 by 12. What is 1? Sir, please understand. When you were standing at this point, 4 months were left for the maturity. And in the formula, the T is nothing but the time remaining till maturity. So this was per annum. We needed it for 4 months only. Where it is? Where is that? Acha, we have solved it here. Na? So see, this is per annum. We needed it for 4 months. So we multiplied it for 4 by 12. Now what is happening? Expiry is only 1 month away from this date. So the time is 1 by 12. That's what you have to consider. The remaining time. 0.09 minus 0.06 divided by 12 plus 1 into 22,500. So that's around 22,556.25. So this is the new price. So have a look. Now the question is very clear about the gain on the short futures position. They are not saying the total gain or loss, only the derivatives market. Gain on futures settlement. Basically, we are going to settle it now. See, you had a short position in futures at this price. Am I right? 25250. And the price in this case is 22556.25. So you sold at this price, you are going to buy it back at this price, you will go long at this price. So there is a profit on one futures multiplied by 50, there is a profit on one contract multiplied by 6, there is a total profit. So the profit is going to be like this: 25250 minus 22556.25. This is a profit on one futures multiplied by 50, profit on one contract multiplied by 6, total profit. $808125. Let's find out if we are right or wrong. The answer in this question is like this: 25250 futures price, one contract value, total number of contracts 6 that you have taken. Okay, the new futures price after 3 months, and this is your profit, 8,08,125. And that's very simple: 25250 minus 22556, profit on one futures multiplied by 50, total profit on one contract and multiplied by 6. Okay, the alternative solution with the compounding they have given. If in case the question asks about the compounding, then you can go with this answer. Everything is same except for the formula e to the power r minus y. Okay, I'm leaving it up to you. Question number 31 is going to be the next question. So let's read this question now. On 31st, this is question 31. On January 1, 2018, an investor has a portfolio of 5 shares as given below. And you can clearly see there is a security A, B, C, D, E. Price is also given, number of shares is also given, and beta is also given to you. Very first thing that you should do is multiply the price with the number, you will get values. Okay, 5 values, do with the total of the value. Then value of one share divided by the total will be the weight of each share in the portfolio. Multiply those weight with the beta and you will get the portfolio beta. Okay, that's the first answer, the beta of his portfolio. I'm not paying spending time in that because we have seen lots of question of this type in the portfolio management chapter. So the beta of the portfolio is nothing but weighted average of the betas of the securities. Now comes the second part. This is the important and the part related to the derivatives. The theoretical value of Nifty futures for February 2018. Understand that if you want to calculate the theoretical value of Nifty futures, you need a spot price of Nifty futures, not the portfolio value. So F is equal to S in bracket, I think, e to the power r minus y. I think dividend and all that is not given. Okay, so r t. Right, this is the formula. You don't know the rate of interest, you don't know the time also. Acha, time we can calculate. Right now we are standing at January 1, 2018 and we have to calculate for February 2018. So we can say there are 31 days in January. No sir, we cannot say that because we are already at January 1, 2018. We will be doing the transaction at the end of the day. So we will just remove that first day of January. So January will have 30 days and the February will have 28 days. In total 68 days out of 365. So this is going to be your time. Okay, then rate of interest is not given, spot price is not given. So they have played it well. Unless and until you read the third part, you will not be able to solve this answer in solve the part in the second. Okay, the number of contracts. Now what you have to calculate is, first you will calculate the theoretical value, and with that theoretical price you will calculate the number of contracts of Nifty the investor needs to sell. Why he needs to sell? Because the portfolio value, you will have a long position in the portfolio, the beta will be positive and you will be taking a opposite position in the futures. To get a full hedge means you have to bring the beta down to 0. So you will be multiplying with the entire beta to reduce the entire risk until February for his portfolio. If now the data is given, current value of Nifty is 5,900. So you are going to put 5,900 into this, and the Nifty futures have a minimum trade lot of 200 units. Okay, this is a lot size. We will talk about it later. Assume that the futures are trading at their fair value. What does that mean? It means that whatever theoretical market price that you are going to calculate, assume that it is also the actual market price. Because let me tell you one thing, the price that you calculate with this formula is a theoretical price. You cannot assume it to be actual market price. In reality, the actual price will be different, but if it is traded at a fair value, that means the theoretical and the actual market price is same. That's what they want to say. Now that we will talk about this fourth part later on. Number of days in a year to be treated as 365, and also the cost of capital to the investor is 10.5% per annum. Now there is one something that you need to understand is that they have taken something like this. This is called as natural log, ln. So they have not taken 10.5% as a rate of interest in the question, because they wanted you to calculate the continuous compounded value of the futures, and that's why they wanted you to take the continuously compounded rate of return. And the continuously compounded rate of return of 10.5% is nothing but the 9.98. Now you will ask, what is exactly this? So then I will say that just do this calculation, e to the power 0.0998. If you do this calculation, the answer to this will be 1.105. 1.105. Let me do it. So that comes to 1.105. Yeah. So that comes to 1.105. So basically, if you want to go back from 1.105 to 9.98%, you have to calculate the natural log of 1.105 to take it to 9.98%. So all in all, what I want to say is, either you multiply 5,900 with 1.105 straight away 10.5%, or if you are taking continuously compounded rate, then take 9.98%, so that the ultimate answer will come to 1.105 only after multiplying the time, obviously. So what is going to happen? See, how are you going to calculate the second part? F is equal to S into e to the power RT. Now what is the spot price? The spot price given to us is 5,900 for the Nifty into e to the power 0.0998. I'm going to take. Why? Because I'm taking continuously compounded rate of return. Why E has been taken? Because that's the same which has been given to us in this space, 0.015858. So time is 60. How many days? 30 plus. Okay, that's my mistake. 30 plus 28 comes to 58. So it will be 58 days. Okay. So 58 days divided by 365. This is how you have to calculate 5,900 into 0.0998 into 58 divided by 365 comes to e to the power 0.01586. So 5,900 into, now you are going to calculate e to the power 0.01586. The value has been already given to you, 0.0158858 or 6, round off, 1.01598. 1.01598. So that's around 5,994.28. Okay. So that becomes your theoretical market price. And now this futures is traded fairly in the market. That means it also becomes the actual market price. This is the answer to the second part. The first part was the portfolio beta. The second part is calculating the theoretical price. Now understand, the third part is to calculate the number of contracts you have to take for the futures in the derivatives market so that you can get a complete hedge. Complete hedge means reducing the beta from whatever it is right now to zero. So this minus zero, new beta, old beta minus new beta. So risk to be reduced will be taken. So number of contract is equal to value to be hedged. That will be the portfolio value multiplied by risk to be reduced divided by contract value. So value to be hedged is the portfolio value, which is 1,88,54,860. 188,54,860 multiplied by risk to be reduced. The current portfolio beta is 0.849, right? So you have to bring the portfolio beta from 849 to 0 divided by, this is the theoretical price, 5994.28 multiplied by the lot size. See, how much is the lot size? The lot size is 200 units. So this is how you are going to get the number of contracts that you are going to sell in the futures. Please understand the concept. This is the portfolio, this is the spot market's position. Okay. This is the spot market's position. When you multiply it with the risk to be reduced, this entire numerator becomes the value to be taken, the position that should be taken in the futures, divided by the futures contract value. Total value divided by one contract value will give you the number of contracts that you need to take. Now let's just shift directly, because we have seen this formula a lot of time in the previous questions. So this is 5994.28. Then I will just come back to, so alternatively, see, they have alternative values have been given. If you take e to the power 0.105, but I am not happy with this answer. I will tell you, because e to the power 0.0998 is equal to 1.105 itself. So again, you cannot put that in e. This is a normal rate for the continuous compounded rate. So that is wrong answer. I don't know why they have included it this time. It was not there in the previous part, but still it's okay. Now when the total portfolio is to be hedged, total portfolio is to be hedged means the new beta was 0. So what are you going to do? You are going to multiply. This is not the portfolio beta. 0.849 is not the portfolio beta. Please understand, the way institute is presenting the formula is wrong. They are putting a wrong picture in the mind of the students. I will tell you why. Portfolio beta, the answer is right. The answer is right, but writing portfolio beta gives a different picture in the mind of the student, that okay, we have to multiply it with the portfolio beta to find out the number of contracts. In this part it's okay, but it will not be true in the next part. I will tell you. Then 13.35 contracts is the final answer that you have to go short on in the derivatives market. One future is worth 5994.28 multiplied by 200, that will give you one contract value, multiplied by the 13 or 14 contracts, it will give you the total contract value in the futures. The next question is why I have been writing the formula differently from the very beginning. This is going to teach you, or this is going to open your eyes. The number of future contract the investor should trade if he desires to reduce the beta of his portfolio to 0.6. Just a small correction, we have to remove S. Okay. So now what is happening? The question is not asking you for a complete hedging. Till now, all the questions that we have discussed were of the same nature, that we want to completely hedge. That means no profit, no loss. There is no scope for the profit also. Now the investor wants to keep some scope for the profit, and for that purpose he is ready to bear some loss, but not a little loss, but not the loss to this extent. He don't want a risk of 0.849 on his portfolio. He's saying that let's just keep the portfolio risk to 0.6. So he wants to reduce from 0.849 to 0.6. Now tell me, if you apply this formula, that institute has written here, will you get the answer? You are again going to keep 0.849 if you keep the formula there, portfolio beta, because the you will get the wrong answer in with this formula. The portfolio beta is not the concept, my friend. The concept is the risk to be reduced. In the next part also, they are not very clear about what exactly the concept is. It's very simple. The number of contract is nothing but the portfolio value that you want to hedge multiplied by the risk to be hedged, and the risk to be hedged is nothing but the old portfolio beta minus new portfolio beta. You find out by yourself. This is the total value that you want to hedge, and what exactly is this 0.849 minus 0.60? This is what you are reducing from 849. You want to keep the risk to 0.6 only. You still want some risk on the portfolio, but you want to reduce it by 0.249, and that's what you are multiplying with in the numerator. In every question that we have seen till now, the actual logic of multiplication is risk to be reduced. If we have to reduce the entire beta, then entire risk, then entire beta was being used till now. Now in this part, we have to reduce only 0.249. This much of the risk we have to reduce. So that's why this much of the value should be taken in the futures. So this multiplied by 0.249 will give you the position that should be taken in the futures divided by one contract value. Now it's very much clear that by taking 4 contracts, by going short on the 4 futures contract in the derivatives market, we can bring down the portfolio beta from 0.849 to 0.60. That's it. That's it. This is how the question is. So all the time, please, in all the previous formulas, this formula also and this formula also, just replace one concept in your mind, that what we do there is take the risk to be reduced, not the portfolio beta. Do not remember old beta, new beta, just remember the risk to be reduced. Okay, so this was the entire question. Question number 32 is going to be the next question. Have a look. 32 is interesting. This is again the same question. The first part I think will be same. There are number of securities, market price, number of shares. See, what are you going to do? You are going to multiply it with the number of shares, and you will get the value of each share, and you can do the total of it. Then you can calculate the weight of each share, then multiply it with the beta to arrive at the portfolio beta. So this is going to be, I think, your first answer, the beta of his portfolio. This is very simple, discussed a lot of time in the portfolio management chapter as well, in the previous question as well. So nothing's new to learn in that. Now let's move ahead. We are already going short of time. The cost of capital for the investor is 20% per annum, continuous compounded. Continuous compounding. So there might be something given here. We'll talk about it. This is the rate. So you have to convert this 20% into the period of futures contract. We'll talk about it. The investor fears a fall in the price of the share. Obviously, he has a long position in the spot market. Have a look. In the spot market, he has a long position. So what's the where he's going to make profit when the portfolio is going to go up? So where exactly he is scared of when the portfolio goes down? If the share price goes down, he will lose, and that's why he wants to hedge his portfolio through the use of futures market. So he has to take a short position. Why? Because he has a long position in the cash market. Portfolio beta is positive, so you will be taking short position in the futures. Okay. So accordingly, he approaches you for the advice to protect the interest of his portfolio. Now you can make use of the following information. The current Nifty, it's not saying futures. So this is the spot price 8,500. The Nifty futures can be traded in the units of 25 only. So this is going to be lot size. Then futures for May. Now the actual futures, actual market price of the futures is given to you. So this is the actual market price for May month, and this is for June month. Okay, today the prices are given to you. I think we don't have to calculate it now, but let's see. The second part is asking us to calculate the theoretical market price. And please remember, while hedging, you have to use the actual market price, not the theoretical market price. in the previous question, actual market price was not given to you, and that's why we assumed that the theoretical market price is the actual market price, and that's why we used the theoretical market price for hedging the portfolio. But at any point of time when you go and trade in the futures, you should do it at the actual market price which is given in this question. Okay, the theoretical value of the futures contract expiring in May and June both. So for both the expiry, you have to calculate the value of the futures contract, and right now it is April 1 2015. So let's just come to this point now. This is something interesting. Okay, question number 32. First part is over, portfolio beta. Second part, futures for May, S into e to the power RT. Very simple, because continuous compounding is given to us. The today's Nifty is very important in this case, 8,500. So keep 8,500 into e to the power. Rate of interest is how much? 20%, right? 0.20. Now how much time we should take? Very simple, sir. From April, you have to find out the rate for May month, right? May ending. Am I right? So I think we are going to go with months in this question, because days is not something which is given here. So from April, entire April and entire May means 2 months. So what can I write it like this? 2 by 12. And it will give us 8,500 into e to the power 0.20 into 2 by 12. That's 0.033. Oh, this is going to be again another interesting point now. Here it's 0.0333. Okay, and the same is not given to you in this question. They have given you 0.03 and 0.04. The figure that you need is 0.0333, e to the power 0.0333, and they have not given you exactly what is required. So what are you going to do? There are two options. First, you remember how to calculate e on the calculator. But if such figures are given, that means they want you to do the interpolation. If you remember the security valuation chapter, interpolation is required to be done here, and it is done like this. Have a look. I will just show you. E to the power 0.03 is given to you. E to the power 0.04 is given to you. Let's write down the values. It's 1.03045, 03045. And 1.04081. Now what will happen? The difference between 0.03 and 0.04 is 0.01, and for that you are increasing the value by 0.01036. So the interpolation concept is very simple, sir. If you are moving ahead, like if you are moving ahead of this particular position by 0.01 steps, then the value that is increasing in this 1.03045 is this much. So you are getting this much of the value for moving ahead this much of the steps, for moving this much of the steps in the right direction. Now you wanted to go till e to the power 0.03333. That means you wanted to move only this much of the steps, not entirely 0.0100. This is 100 steps and this is only 33 steps. When you moved 100 steps, when you added 100 steps in this, you added this much of the value in this. But if you add only 33 steps in this, how much value will be added in the base? This is your base. Okay, again, if you add 100 steps in this 0.03, you will be adding this much value to the base. But we don't have to go 100 steps ahead, right? We just want to reach to this point. That means we have to go only 33 steps. If we add 33 steps in that, then how much value should be added in the base? Okay, so we'll start with 1.03045 because we have to add the value in this. Now we get 0.01036 if we move 100 steps, 0.0100. But if we move 0.0033, only 33 steps, then how much value will be added? This is what the interpolation is. 0.01036 divided by 0.0100 into 0.0033 plus 1.03045. So the final answer is 1.03387. 03387. So this is the value that you are going to take it here. So this question is little difficult, but practice makes man perfect. 8787.88. This is the theoretical market price. You get that? For the futures of May. Let's come to this point now. See, 8787.90, it's 8787.88. It's just 0.02 of the difference that is rounding off. And you can clearly say that they have used interpolation. The difference between these two is this, and they wanted to reach out to this point. They did some calculation, but I will suggest you to write down a proper format for interpolation. Don't follow this. You should get a proper value, 1.03387. It was 1.03387. You can clearly see that. And in the same way, you are going to calculate the price of the June contract. The June contract is very easy, sir. I will tell you. 20% into June is 3 months away from April. April, May, June. So 3 by 12 is 0.25. So the value will be 0.05, and this is given to you in the question directly. So you don't have to do the interpolation in the June month's contract. So you will get the theoretical price here. Are you happy with this? First part and the second part is over. I think we have practiced a lot about this. The beta, done. The theoretical value, done. Now we have to calculate the number of... Okay, I'm not on this question right now. The beta, done. The theoretical value, done. Now we have to calculate the number of Nifty contracts that he will have to sell if he desires to hedge until June. Okay, so the June month's value, which is 8850, actual market price is relevant. Forget about the theoretical price. Now, if he wants to hedge his portfolio, total portfolio, that means the risk is 0. 50% of the portfolio, use 50% of the beta. 120% of the portfolio, use 120% of the beta. I will just show you how to do that. And see, if he wants to hedge his total portfolio, multiply the beta with 100%. That means 100% of the risk to be reduced. So this is what you have to do. Half of the beta, 120% of the beta. So you are reducing a lot. This is over hedging. This is called as over hedging. Anything above 100% is over hedging. Anything below 100% is under hedging. And this is perfect hedging. So what are you going to do? It's very simple, sir. You are going to just multiply this ratio, 100%, 50% and 120% with the beta. So that is going to be the risk to be reduced. And the number of contracts, the formula for the number of contract is same, nothing's new. This is your value, just understand. This is your value, 9,94,450 multiplied by the beta. See, value of the position to be held, it will remain same in all the three. This is the only part which is going to change. In the first part, you are going to multiply it with 100%, 100% of the beta to be reduced, then 50% of the beta, then 120% of the beta. Rest everything will be same. You are going to take 8850 multiplied by the lot size in the denominator. Why? 8850 is the June month's actual market price of the futures. So have a look on the answers now. See, this is same. Denominator, same. Everything is same. Now what are you going to do? 1.102 is the beta. So you have actually multiplied it with 100%. So that's the same amount. Now 0.5 into 1.102, 1.2 into 1.102. So that's the final answer to you as well. So this is how much contracts you are going to go short in order to hedge. Everything will be short. This is going to be resulting into over hedging, under hedging and complete hedging. Okay, sir. Question number 33 is now your homework. Why? It is exactly similar to 32, but certain prices are given. See, market price is given in horizontal line, number of share is given. So you will calculate the value, then weight, and then beta, then portfolio beta. Okay, 16% continuous compounded rate of return. The current Nifty is this much. The Nifty futures is 25 right now. Okay, same, exact same. The futures for September and October is given. In the last question, it was May and June. This is the actual market price. You calculate the beta, you calculate the theoretical value for the September and October. You will have to do, you might have to do the interpolation if the question asks the number of Nifty contract that you will have to sell for October. So you are going to take 9820 as the actual market price for October. Remember that the lot size is 25. Okay. And if he desires to hedge 150%. So there is only one question for the third part. See, for the third part, 150% of the total portfolio. So you can just simply multiply 150% of the total value of the portfolio and then multiply it with the total beta. It is actually either you multiply the beta with 150% or you multiply the portfolio value with 150%. It is going to give you the same answer. Okay, so you keep that as an homework. I will just shift to the next part now. Okay, this is an interesting question and very much similar to one of the questions that we have already seen, but this is going to be a reverse calculation. Have a look. A future contract on BSE Sensex index, BSE index, with 4 months maturity is used to hedge the value of the portfolio over the next 3 months. You remember this question? We have just seen it. One future contract for delivery is 50 times the index. That's okay. Now, value of the portfolio is 1 crore 16 lakh. In that question, it was 50 lakh 50,000. Now, understand, BSE Sensex on 1st January 2022, which is anticipated on 1st September 2021. What is this? We have not seen this yet. Okay, let's understand. On 1st of September 2021, you anticipated means you estimated what is going to be the price on 1st January. So entire September, entire October, entire November and entire December, 4 months. So this is nothing but the price of the futures contract for 1st January 2022 presented on September 2021. Understand it from the timeline. I told you the timeline always helps. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now, this is the 1st September, 1st October. Just a second. 1st November, 1st December and 1st January. That is 2022. So 4 months are still there. On this date, the futures price is simply 58,580. This futures is for January 2022, which is going to expire after 4 months on 1st of January. Again, after 2 months, 2 or 3 months, BSE Sensex on 1st January. Again, on the 1st January, we estimated the price. We estimated the price on 1st December for 1st January. So a little problem is there in interpreting the question because of the framing. They should have given BSE Sensex of 1st January anticipated on 1st September. That would have given clear picture to the student. It doesn't make any sense confusing the student, right? So it should have been off. BSE Sensex off. I don't know whether this is a printing mistake or what. So it can be a mistake from my side also. I also accept that thing. What I'm going to do, I will just check it with the institute's material, the question, the exam paper, and I will do the correction if it is off already. Okay. Again, BSE Sensex of 1st January presented on 1st December or anticipated on 1st December. That means the futures price at this price as at this date on 1st January, that is 56,641.25. Okay. Now, dividend yield on index is 6%. Rate of interest is 9%. These three figures are same as the previous question. The beta was also 1.5 there. This is also same. Everything is same. You are required to calculate. Now, what exactly you are required to calculate? Present value of Sensex as on 1st September 2021. Turned out value of Sensex as on 1st December 2021. It's simply you have to calculate spot price. The futures is given to you. You have to calculate the spot price. I will show you that question. Yeah, remember this thing. See, this was the question. if you remember, and 25,000 was given, we calculated 25,250. 22,500 was given, we calculated this price. In this question, this 25,250 is given, this 22,556.25 is given. You have to calculate this 25,000 and 22,500. It's exactly same. You have to keep the formula, and the only thing is, instead of S, F is given to you. You will be calculating S through a reverse calculation. Now you are going to do the entire question. See, from this date, you remember you should remember one thing, that 4 months are left. So 4 by 12 will be the time, and in this part 1 by 12 will be the time, remaining time till maturity. So this is the first part where we are calculating the value at September. See, futures price is this, spot price is this, plus interest and yield on the spot price is this, multiplied by 4 by 12. Or you can write down the formula like this, F is equal to S in bracket 1 plus R minus Y into T. You have been given with these values, you have to calculate the spot price, the story is over. You have to do the reverse calculation. I am not entering into this because the calculations are also simple. No continuous compounding, no nothing extra given to you. Now, the number of contracts to hedge the portfolio. The number of contracts to hedge the portfolio on which date? Today, on September 2021 or on December 2021. If nothing is mentioned, you can calculate number of contracts on both the days, taking the actual market price. But I will tell you, this is the portfolio value at, I assume this is the portfolio value at 1st of the September 2021, and that's why it's better to calculate the number of contracts taking this value, 58,580. I will tell you how. The number of contract will be, for complete hedging, the portfolio value is 116,000,000 multiplied by the entire beta to be hedged. Risk to be reduced is 1.5 divided by the contract price 58,580 multiplied by the lot size, which is 50. Let's do the calculation. 6,000,000 into 1.5, that's around 1 crore 74 lakhs. And in the denominator, it's 29,29,000. 5.94 is the answer. So you can close it to 6 contract. Never leave the contracts in decimal. Even if you write the final answer of number of contract in fraction, you will get 0 marks. Why? Because the paper checker will understand that you don't know the practicality of this, because 5.94 contracts cannot be taken, only 6 or 5. Let's find out. Are you okay with this? So this question is over. Question number 35 is the next question. Let's read this question. It was asked in December 21 in new syllabus. On 1st of the July 2021, Mr. P has made the following investment. Okay. He has purchased ML Limited shares. How many? 1,000 shares. At what price? 700. So if you do the calculation, 7 lakh is the total portfolio value in the spot market. Okay. Let's write it like this. Now, the beta value is 1.25. You can see you have a long position in the portfolio. You have a positive beta. So in case you want to hedge it through futures, you will have to take a short position in the futures index. Okay. He wants to hold the investment till the end of the September. You can see July to September. July, August and September. 3 months. With an expectation of huge dividends, which is to be announced by the announced in the annual general meeting. On the date of investment, that is 1st July, September futures are quoting at 17,500 with a lot size of 50. So one contract is worth this much, 17,500 into 50, if in case you want to hedge the portfolio. Because what is the fact? The fact is, for the next 3 months, you don't want to sell the portfolio because the dividend will be declared. Although there is no such information in the question regarding the dividend so that we can minus it in the theoretical values and all that, nothing is given, and that is not required because the futures price is already given to us. And that's why what he wants to do is like he don't want any kind of a losses. He is afraid of the fall in the prices by the end of the September. So he wants to hedge himself that if in case there is a loss in the spot market, there should be a profit in the futures market which will compensate me for the loss, and I will also get the dividend. Okay. Now you have to advise Mr. P how to hedge his market exposure. Sir, it's very simple. Take a position, a short position in the index futures. How much? It's very simple, sir. Number of contract is equal to 7 lakh is the value that you want to hedge. And you want a complete hedge. So you have to multiply it with the complete beta. That is the risk that you want to remove. And in the denominator, one contract value, that is 17,500 into 50. The answer will be 1. Numerator and the denominator is coming to the same amount. See? Right? This is how much you should short. Why short? Because you had a long position in the spot market and the beta was positive. If the beta would have been negative, then you would have taken long position in the futures as well. Remember this thing. Second part. Calculate the profit or loss of Mr. P during the expiry of September 2021 futures in the following position if Nifty future rises by 10% or the ML limited falls by 5%. Now the issue with this question is that whether we have to take both the things separately or together. If we take it separately, that means if the Nifty is rising by 10%, ML limited will rise by 10 into 1.25, that's 12.5%. Okay. And the profit and loss will be nil, 0, because we have done the complete hedging. And if the ML limited is falling by 5%, that means 5 divided by 1.25. Now we will divide it. That's 4% will be the fall in the market, and still the profit or loss will be nil. If we take it individually, which has been done in this question, but it is not clearly mentioned here, we can take both the things at the same time and then there will be some kind of profit or loss. See, profit or loss of Mr. P during the expiry of September 2021 if the Nifty rises by 10%. So what has happened? If the Nifty is rising by 10%, there will be a loss because you had a short position in Nifty and you can only profit if it goes down, but it has went up. So there will be a loss of 87,500, understand, of 10%. And now 10 into 1.25, that means 12.5% is the profit in the stock. So profit is 87,500 gain, and the loss is 87,500, ultimately it's 0. So because we have framed the entire situation in that structure that the profit in one market should result into loss in the another market. Now, in the second part, they are assuming that the ML limited falls by 5%. If ML limited falls by 5%, market will fall by 4% only. And again, it will result into some profit or loss. There is some calculation mistake, it should be loss. This is loss. So printing mistakes are there. Okay. Now, what will happen if ML limited falls by 5%? We have a long position in ML limited. Do you understand? If it goes down, we will be at loss. 7 lakh into 5% is the loss. That is 35,000. But market will also fall by 4% only. 5% divided by 1.25. Do you understand this? Change in the ML limited multiplied by, so we can say change in market multiplied by beta is equal to change in ML limited. So one time we are multiplying, but if change in ML limited is given, we can divide it with the beta to find out the market change, which comes to 4%. So market will also go down by 4%, and the good part is we have a short position in the market, and if it is going down, we will be gaining. So 17,500 into 50 into one contract, total value multiplied by 4%, you will be at a gain of 35,000. But let me tell you one thing. They have taken both the situations separately. So they should have written it like this, or So that's not written, and it becomes very confusing whether to take both the things together or separately. In the suggested answer, they have given it like this, but by reading the question, I can also get confused. So I can just write it down in the same statement, and then there will be some profit or loss, because the change in the both Nifty and ML Limited is not according to beta. This is rising, this is falling. So if we take it together, there will be some kind of loss. Why loss? I will tell you. We have a short position in Nifty futures. We will expect it to fall in order to gain, but it is rising. So we will be at a loss in Nifty future. And if ML Limited falls, we have a long position in that. We will expect it to rise, but it is falling. So again, there will be a loss. So the loss will double if this is going to be the change. That's it. This is your question. Okay, the last part is it possible for a stock as well as Nifty to rise or fall at the same percentage? Yes, sir, it is possible only when the beta of the stock is 1. But otherwise, it is not possible, and this is rare that the beta will be 1. So the answer that you are going to write is normally it is not possible that Nifty to rise or fall by the same percentage as stock. Practicality is this: because of the systematic risk, beta may not be the same as of the market. It may not be same. If it is same, then the change in the percentage will be same, equal. But there are very less chances. Like there are less chances that the beta of the stock will be equal to the beta of the market, because if they are equal, only then the change will be same. You remember some question in the portfolio management when the beta was 1, the change in the stock was 15% and the change in the market was also 15%. And then we calculated the beta 15 by 15 as 1. I don't know if you remember. If you remember, you have a good memory. That's okay, not an issue. Don't get confused with that. So from question number 36 onwards, we are going to solve in the next lecture. Lots of questions we have done. I thought I will be giving a lot of question to homework out of this hedging with the futures, but every question was different. That's good. Question number 26 from 20 to 33, like 20 to 25 was arbitrage, 26 to 33, 34 or 35 in fact was the hedging, and now we will be looking at kind of a hedging only, reducing and increasing the portfolio beta. Beta means risk, and reducing the risk means hedging itself. So it's a part of the hedging, but there will be a different kind of questions now that we are going to look forward to. See you.